Hi guys. Yeah, I need to circulate this. Sure, okay. Okay, guys. You can hear me. Okay, Mr. Arnold, are you here? We're going to start now. I wanted to do this with the VP, but our VPs can't make it at this present time. Mr. Jeremy, good evening, sir. Now, Mr. Arumila, I will be reading you straight, so we can discuss about this. But this is actually for the benefit of everybody at home, the Yoruba people. So I don't know if you guys can see the description of who is responsible, right, for the killing of Yoruba. Now, I will switch to Yoruba so that a number of our guys will be able to listen to us. What was that? Now, Sherry description, Talon Pa Yoruba now. And this is something that we should all think long and hard about. Hey, comrade, thanks so much for joining. I wasn't expecting you. I thought you'd be busy. So I have some drafts that I want to discuss because we need to respect 1, 2, 3, 4. We need to respect the conservatives. Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Arumila. You believe. So the questions we have raised is very simple. Who is responsible for the continued killings of the Yoruba people in Yoruba land? Yeah, Aladi. Yes, I'm hungry big time. All of us are hungry, but I'm going to sharpen your insight into one of those things. Talon pa Yoruba gogo. Talon pa Yoruba. What? Ṣé ìgbà tí wọ́n pa táwọn Igbo pa Ahmed Gulak, right? Táwọn Igbo pa Ahmed Gulak. Àwọn Yoruba Libra tó sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ Odùduwà Republic. Their leader, Professor Banji Akintoye, ṣé mo wọ́n issue statement kan. Wọ́n láwọn ò bá Igbo ṣe o, àwọn ò bá IPOB ṣe. That is the Ìlànà Ọmọ Oòduà Limited. That's their official name. It's registered in England. That is the official name, and their leader is Professor Banji Akintoye. Nǹkan tó sọ nìyẹn bí àwọn Igbo IPOB member bọ́n ṣe pa Ahmed Gulak, if that is the name. Let me be sure. Ahmed Gulak, yeah. Immediately don't ṣe pa mo fẹ́ kẹ́ máa fọkàn bá mi lọ because àwa kì í lo emotion. Immediately don't ṣe pa Professor Banji Akintoye sọ pé àwọn ò ní nǹkan kan ṣe pẹ̀lú hip hop ìlànà ọmọ Oòduà wọn kì í bá hip hop ṣe everybody ló mọ̀ pé rọ́ ni man yẹn ń pa because man yẹn gangan fúnra ẹ̀ half Yorùbá ni by the way kò kì í ṣe full blooded Yorùbá that's why àti ẹ pé group ẹ̀ wọ́n kàn attack Tinubu ni but nǹkan tó sọ nìyẹn but n sì ṣe gbogbo yín mọ̀ pé Professor Banji Akintoye ti sá kúrò ní Nàìjíríà it's not in the country because ó bẹ̀rù 80 something plus nǹkan tó jẹ́ kó filẹ̀ fún àwa young Yorùbá lẹ́ ká máa ṣe nǹkan tó ti ń ṣe nígbà tó ti wà ní their 20s wọ́n yìí ṣe gbogbo nonsense yẹn náà ní 80s quote wọ́n ti kúrò sí ó ti kúrò ní Nàìjíríà kò sí ní country ẹ̀rù bà ó rò bí wá pé wèrè Buhari á kàn máa gbé everybody ni á kàn máa ti everybody mọ́lé á kàn lọ pa àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò ṣẹ́ni bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn tó sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ gbọ́ Odùduwà Republic fún yín nìyẹn o tó ń bẹ̀rù kú ẹni tó bá máa get yín ní freedom kò ní bẹ̀rù ikú ó dẹ̀ máa brilliant mistake méjì ẹ má ṣe Yorùbá ẹni tó máa lead Yorùbá out of this dot drum ó gbọ́dọ̀ brilliant kò dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ bẹ̀rù ikú igi dá ẹyẹ fò lọ ní gbogbo àwọn liberal ṣebí Professor Banji Akintoye how many of you lẹ́mọ̀ pé Professor Banji Akintoye ti kúrò Nàìjíríà because he thought pé Fúlàní á kàn wá gbé òun ni á kàn rán gbogbo wọn wá dẹ̀ tí wọ́n mọ́lé àwọn tó sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ election nìyẹn o àwọn tó sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ presidency Nàìjíríà nìyẹn o Fúlàní tó ń control presidency láti 1960 ó bá yẹn lo presidency against you so I throw up a question mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ sọ Yorùbá so that everybody máa lè gbọ́ dáadáa ta ló ń pa Yorùbá option mẹ́rin la fi sílẹ̀ number 1 ṣé Ìgbò ló ń pa Yorùbá ṣé wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ pa Yorùbá ní gangan ni 50 náà pa from our own research àwọn tó lọ síbẹ̀ tó lọ ka dead body ló fún mi ní information yẹn ló provide wá ní information yẹn 50 náà pa wọ́n pa àwọn èèyàn lọ sínú gbógan rẹpẹtẹ so ta ló ń pa yín ṣé Ìgbò ni ṣé Hausa Fulani ni ṣé Yoruba-PDP ni àbí even Yoruba-APC ìkan àbí méjì àbí mẹ́ta lára àwọn tí mo dárúkọ yẹn ló ń pa Yorùbá but ẹ bá ń lo emotion ẹ máa kàn máa ṣe mistake ni now rough and rugged song kọ́kọ́ some of our wife member tó ń wò wá wọ́n máa gbọ́ there was a video tí mo ṣe ní January mo sọ pé wọ́n máa pa ṣége sí Yorùbá lára yeah àbí mi ò sọ January mo predict it successfully mo ní by mid of this year wọ́n á pa ṣége sí Yorùbá lára mo lọ bá Sanjọ́ ló ń pa yín kì í ṣe Yorùbá àwọn tó ń pa yín nísìn tó ń pa Yorùbá sí àwọn PDP ni ṣó yé yín tó bá wo Facebook page mi kò sẹ́ni tó lè make comment tó o bá ń ṣe friend mi mo láti lọ ṣe research mo ṣe stop àwọn tí ò kí ń ṣọ̀rẹ́ mi láti make comment because àwọn liberal máa make stupid comment ìgbà tí mo yìí máa ń fi Facebook mi sílẹ̀ káká àwọn èèyàn máa make oríṣiríṣi kó máa make comment tí mo yìí educate mi educate mo ń sìn yeah nígbà yẹn tá máa ń fi Facebook yẹn sílẹ̀ wàá rí àwọn Yorùbá tó máa sọ pé àwọn máa pa mí torí pé mo ń ta sí Ìgbò so wá fi pé kò sí Yorùbá tó lè pa Yorùbá tó lè waste yín dànù wọ́n pọ̀ burúkú àwọn dẹ̀ ló ń pa yín but ẹ bá mọ bí game yẹn ṣe ń lọ ẹ máa mọ̀ PDP Yorùbá ti wà out of power wọ́n wà out of power rí until 2015 láti 1960 tí Nàìjíríà ti gba independent ní PDP Yorùbá ti wà ní central government wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ lose power in 2015 wọn ò mọ bọ́n ṣe ń play opposition torí ẹ̀ náà ṣe ń resort to killing you ṣó yé yín but nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ fàyọ fún yín lé ní tẹ́ bá sọ pé kí n sọ̀rọ̀ lórí Igangan àti make official statement lórí ẹ̀ àwọn Igbo pẹ̀lú Hausa Fulani pẹ̀lú Yorùbá tó wà ní PDP àwọn ló pààyàn ní Igangan torí Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn ti ní intelligence report people wọn máa stage attack lórí Igangan àwa náà ti sọ láti January tí mo make video ayin wá ẹ fi ń wá video yẹn but January ni mo sọ mo ní by mid wọ́n máa pa ṣége sí Yorùbá lára wọ́n máa pa yín títí until Tinubu bá ti get ticket ní 2022 tó bá ti get ticket APC no máa stop láti pa yín wọ́n máa pa yín gan ni Fulani àbí wọ́n gbé Igbo wá as president ní under PDP Fulani náà ti fẹ́ gbé wá but ẹ má jẹ́ kí n digress àwọn tó ń pa yín nìyẹn wọ́n dẹ̀ máa pa yín lọ ni but because ẹ mọ bí politics ṣe lọ. PDP were out of power rí, PDP náà ní Igbo 2015 náà wà out of power, ó dẹ̀ ń ṣe kan, owó ti tán lọ́wọ́ wọn, so wọn mọ bọ́n ṣe ń play politics mo sọ fún yín. Ó yẹ kó máa tackle policy APC, kó máa fún àwọn public ní alternative policy, nǹkan tó jẹ́ kó máa ṣe nìyẹn, but wọn lè ṣe because wọn lọ́pọlọ, so wọ́n wá ń pààyàn, wọ́n kọ̀ sí insecurity nínú Nàìjíríà, ìyẹn náà fi ń bóbó yín because ẹ̀yin ò mọ politician lèmi, àwa politician la máa ń pààyàn, tá bá fẹ́ get election ká win, àwa la máa ń ṣoríṣiríṣi ká bá fi lè win election, kò sí nǹkan tá a kì í ṣe àwa politician. But Yoruba-APC ìgbà táwọn wà ní opposition, ideas no máa ń ta. Ṣé wọn pé Yoruba-APC ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ Odùduwà Republic, ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ true federalism, ló bẹ̀rẹ̀ regional government, gbogbo idea kan tà nìyẹn láti fi win election because nǹkan tí Yorùbá fẹ́ nìyẹn. But Yoruba-APC gan ò tí ì gba agbára yẹn, àdá yẹn mi ò ní example ṣe àdá, èkú àdá yẹn kò tí ì wà lọ́wọ́ Yoruba-APC, ó wà lọ́wọ́ Fúlàní. Tí èkú àdá yẹn bá di ọwọ́ Yoruba-APC, gbogbo nǹkan tó ti ń campaign fún years ago náà máa ṣe fún yín. But àwọn PDP Yorùbá àti Igbo wọn fẹ́ kí àdá yẹn, agbára yẹn kó dọwọ́ Yoruba-APC, tó lè náà ṣe ń pààyàn. Ọbásanjọ́ ló wà behind gbogbo killings yẹn, wọn ò ní dáwọ́ killings yẹn dúró, mo ti sọ fún yín, ó dìgbà tí Tinubu bá win. Wọn ò fẹ́ kí Tinubu win náà, sórí gbogbo eléyìí tí Buhari ń ṣe yìí, Buhari ò like Tinubu láti Ìbàdàn yẹn, Tinubu náà dẹ̀ lẹ̀ mọ́. So mo fẹ́ kẹ́ note yẹn, tẹ́ bá wọ́n expect kí n sọ̀rọ̀ lórí Igangan, ẹ gbàgbé ẹ̀, Igbo, Fulani àti Yoruba-PDP àwọn ló stage attack yẹn. Fojú ẹ wò, ọba tọ́njọ́ palace ó lóun mọ àwọn tó wájú, ṣé yẹ ṣe wọ́n ti ṣe interview fún. Imagine kan lọ sí palace ọba kan lè jó, kan má rí kan pa nínú àwọn Fulani tó ń sọ pé Fulani ti pa wá o, Fulani ti pa wá o. Ṣé rántí January náà stop láti máa circulate, ṣé o bá rí àwọn liberal Yorùbá wọ́n máa ń ṣe bí Igbo ni, àwọn ló ń circulate video, oríṣiríṣi video náà máa jù sí WhatsApp yín, oríṣiríṣi videos náà máa jù sí Facebook yín, video from different countries of the world. Wọ́n stop ní around January, February, wọ́n stop, even bí April gan, wọ́n stop for about 2 months, wọ́n tún ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí orí bí wọ́n ṣe ń circulate oríṣiríṣi. Wà á rí tán máa ju picture wá pé wọ́n ti pa wá tán ní Igangan, àwọn tó sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ gb'Odùduwà Republic, àwọn tó sọ pé àwọn lóògùn nìyẹn o, wọ́n ṣíná fún wọn ní Igangan, wọn ò rí nǹkan kan ṣe. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń pariwo yẹn PDP ni wọn, Ìgbòho PDP, Ganiyu Adamu PDP, Professor Banji Akintoye PDP, gbogbo àwọn tó máa ń jókòó sórí Facebook yẹn náà PDP. Àwọn ló ń sọ fún yín pé àwọn lóògùn o. Ṣé àwọn ló sọ pé àwọn lóògùn, oògùn làwọn máa fi jà, máa ṣíná fún everybody. Ṣé oògùn náà Amẹ́ríkà fi ń jà? Wọ́n ṣíná fún wọn ní Igangan sí, kí náà ṣe? Wọ́n keep quiet, wọ́n simmer, wọ́n ò ṣe anything. Ṣé mo máa nǹkan tó wà tó máa ń ṣe fídíò tó máa ń ṣe ẹnu bí ìgò dání? Àwa a máa bá yín Tinubu jẹ́ ni, gbogbo yín iná máa jó yín ni, òṣì máa bá yín ni. Mo máa tó máa ṣe tó máa ń circulate audio yẹn, olófòkè tó kí náà ṣe ìgbà tán ṣíná fún wọn ní Igangan. Kí náà ṣe? Wọ́n tún wá gbé fídíò lọ síbẹ̀, ẹ wo Fúlàní ti pa á tán o, wọ́n ti ṣe gbá o, wọ́n ti pa àwọn èèyàn wá o. Kílẹ̀tẹ̀ yìí náà ṣe ṣíná fún Fúlàní, Fúlàní kọ́ ló pa yín, Igbo àtàwọn Yorùbá ló coordinate attack yẹn. Kí ló ní òfìfẹ́ sọ? Ó ní kẹ́ calm down. Kí ló fi sọ? Ó ní kẹ́ calm down, kẹ́ má sọ̀rọ̀, wọ́n ṣe máa pa yín ní báwọn leaders máa sọ pé ẹ calm down. Gbogbo wọn ló mọ̀, wọ́n ní security report. Politics ni wọ́n dẹ̀ ń pa yín ni, kò jẹ́ kẹ́ dìbò fún PDP. PDP ò lè play opposition party. Ideas náà fi ń play opposition party. PDP á gbé àwọn tó mọ̀ òwe, intelligent folks, wọ́n á gbé wọn jáde. Gbogbo àwọn tó pè sórí nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ̀ notice tí YYF ti notice, ṣé wọ́n pẹ́ ń play religious politics nílẹ̀ Yorùbá? Ṣé wọ́n pé party Yorùbá Muslim ní APC, party Yoruba Pentecostal Christian, kì í ṣe gbogbo Christian, party Yoruba Pentecostal Christian ní PDP. Ṣé wọ́n pé gbogbo àwọn tó ń condemn Tinubu, majority of them they are Christians from Pentecostal. Ṣé mo kọ́ àmà sòótọ́ fún yín? Ṣó yé yín? majority àwọn sórí gbogbo àwọn tó wà lára àwọn tó instigate insecurity violence nílẹ̀ Yorùbá lẹ́ni àwọn Pentecostal Christian and play religious politics. Mo ní draft fún o, mo ní details, mo ti make a lot of observation. Yoruba Muslim náà ya wèrè o, bí orí wọn ti dàrú, wọn a máa support Palestinian, wọn a máa wà against Israel. Palestinian kò ṣàǹfààní fúnra Yorùbá rí o. Wàá méjì Israel àti Palestine tán ṣíná fúnra wọn, ìgbà tán ṣíná fúnra wọn tán, ṣé ayé ò move on? Ìgbà tí America sọ pé kí oníkálukú ceasefire kan náà ceasefire, but idiot Yoruba Muslim á máa tẹ̀lé Palestinian. Syria ò ṣèrànlọ́wọ́ fún Yorùbá rí, Saudi Arabia ò ṣèrànlọ́wọ́ fún wa rí, Iran ò ṣèrànlọ́wọ́ fún wa rí, Iraq ò ṣèrànlọ́wọ́ fún wa rí. Ìwọ tó jẹ́ Yoruba Muslim tó bá lọ sí any of this country, wọ́n máa treat fuck up ẹni, but Israel ló help wa. So kí lè tó fẹ́ máa fi support Palestinian torí pé Muslim religion? Àwọn tí ò gbọ́n. Ẹ̀mọ̀ gbogbo development orílẹ̀ Yorùbá lè ní Israeli ló ṣe fún yín, kì í ṣe Muslim country. Muslim ò ṣèrànlọ́wọ́ fún ìran Yorùbá rí. So kẹ́ má máa sọ̀sọ́kùsọ, kẹ́ máa play religious politics, máa ṣe bí ọ̀dẹ̀. Tó bá wulẹ̀ Yorùbá lè ní gbogbo àwọn tí ò fẹ́ kí Tinubu jẹ president nítorí pé Tinubu jẹ́ Muslim ni. That is a fact, I'm telling you. We will always speak nothing but the truth. Gbogbo àwọn tó gang up against Tinubu, Pentecostal Christian, a majority of them. Religious politics tem play in here, but kò lè work because Tinubu ma get ticket yẹn, focus yẹn ni kó get ticket yẹn náà. So gbogbo ètí àwọn Pentecostal Christian ṣe kò lè work. Olòṣì ló pọ̀ jù nínú Pentecostal Christian Yorùbá. Olòṣì àwọn ló ń constitute nuisance. Àwọn ló ń balẹ̀ Yorùbá jẹ́. Wọ́n ṣọ́ra àwọn Yorùbá Muslim, wọ́n yìí wà pro Yorùbá ju Pentecostal Christian lọ. Tó bá wo Orthodox Christian, àwọn náà máa ń ronú bí Muslim Yorùbá ni o, àwọn yẹn wà pro Yorùbá gan. But they can put yẹn aside because kì í make a simple observation. Nítorí pé wọ́n circulate video, wọ́n ti pa yín. Question kan tí mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ yín, mo fẹ́ jù sínú YF movement, tá à ń kàtó wá live ni pé kí ni rational tí Fúlàní á ṣe máa pa Yorùbá ń sìn? Ṣé Fúlàní fẹ́ jẹ president in 2023? Ṣé APC á tún present another Fúlàní? Kò possible. Wọ́n ní zoning arrangement, which we don't believe, we don't support. We don't support zoning arrangement. We believe only Yoruba must rule Nigeria. Ṣé APC Hausa Fulani á máa pa yín torí wọ́n fẹ́ jẹ president again? Buhari ó lo Boko Haram. In case tẹ́ ti gbàgbé, àwọn Boko Haram sọ pé Buhari ni spokesperson àwọn. Ẹ ti gbàgbé, wọ́n jà títorí Buhari láti jẹ́ kó jẹ president. So tell me the justification tí Fulani á fi máa pa Yorùbá ń sìn. Ṣé wọ́n tún fẹ́ jẹ president again in 2023 ni? So ẹ máa ronú. Ó ti bọ́ mọ́ Fulani lọ́wọ́. Gbogbo awareness tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ń sìn kò yé wọn, but wọn like Tinubu. The best thing tí Fulani fẹ́ ṣe ni pé wọ́n wá a compromise Yorùbá. That was why ta ṣe dà wọ́n lágbónú torí wọ́n fẹ́ gba Arẹ́gbẹ́ṣọlá jáde. Arẹ́gbẹ́ṣọlá ọmọ Ìgbìrà ni, kì í ṣe Yorùbá. Olófòkè to the man yẹn. So yé yín. So ìyẹn ti bọ́ mọ́ Fulani lọ. Fulani ò lè pààyàn kan máa ṣe. Àwọn Igbo àti Áfì Yorùbá tó wà ní PDP àwọn ló ń pa everybody nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Wọ́n máa pa yín lọ. Until tẹ́ bá ti wake up, tẹ́ bá ti get pa àwọn ló ń pa yín. Igbo ló ń pààyàn lẹ̀. Àwọn wo ló ń ṣe armed robbery? Tí Yorùbá tó bá wá sílé ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ìbọn tó wá ṣe armed robbery, tó bá mọ̀ kò ní pa ẹ́. Ó máa gba gbogbo nǹkan tó máa gbà ló máa já ni. Àwọn wo ló máa ń jẹ́ armed robber tó máa ń pààyàn? Àwọn Igbo. Tó bá gba gbogbo nǹkan tó ń gbà ẹ̀ tán torí kò jẹ́ Yorùbá, wọ́n tún yìnbọn fún ẹ̀. Àwọn Igbo ló ń pa yín, but orí yín ti dàrú. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ gbọ́n. Wọ́n ṣe máa circulate. Tó bá rí pattern Igangan yẹn, mo ì máa sọ̀rọ̀ lórí àwọn kankan, mo jot àwọn kankan down because mo ń sọ̀rọ̀ fún àwọn conservative. Conservative are very intelligent people. Tó bá wo pattern Igangan, a wo pattern yẹn pẹ̀lú báwọn Fulani ṣe máa ń pààyàn ní middle belt. Fulani ò ráyè láti máa jó mọ́tò, láti máa jó filling stations, láti máa jólé. Fulani máa pa wọ́n everybody nínú ilé ní gbàgbàgbàgbà, ó máa lọ. But kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Igangan? Wọ́n ń jó filling station, wọ́n ń jó palace ọba, wọ́n ń jó mọ́tò, wọ́n ní time láti ṣe gbogbo kíní ẹ̀. Kò dẹ̀ sí ẹyọ kan nínú wọn tí wọ́n pa àbí tí wọ́n mú live. Àwọn Igbo àti Yorùbá ló ṣe. Mi ò dispute pé wọ́n lo Fulani lára wọn. Wọ́n lò kí ló tán fi ṣe tán fi lè apá yín. Ṣé ó possible kan kó ọmọ Yorùbá kó lọ máa pààyàn ní Igangan? Ọmọ Yorùbá ojúlówó Yorùbá kò ní pa because ó mọ̀ pé ràn lòun bá yé ẹ̀jẹ̀. So àwọn machineries náà lò, wọ́n hire wọn ni, well coordinated ni. Well, Mr. Kola, by that name, into my Libra, only but security advisor to your state government said 2 sons of the expelled this man was identified. I haven't seen that, and I hope that some of the guys that are watching us will help to collaborate that. So I'm going to Kola son here. Only 2 sons of the expelled Fulani leaders from Igangan were positively identified among the Fulanis killed in a risk. No, she won't pa Fulani, Connie. Sorry, if you can elaborate that, we would like to know. Look, our English MI6, ó wà lára wọn tí wọ́n coordinate. Tó bá rántí ìgbà kan, mo release ní 2017, mo sọ pé from the information that I gbọ́ pé military attaché, English military attaché tó wà l'Abuja, òun ló ń train àwọn Boko Haram báyìí. Sorry, understand global interest. Yoruba ló lówó Nigeria. The moment tó bá gbé full-blooded Yoruba as president, ó máa fọ́ṣẹ́ everybody. No, ó máa bà yé everybody jẹ́. Wọn ò fẹ́. So gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ó pè Yorùbá. Tá bá máa gba Odùduwà Republic, òkú máa sùn. Tá bá máa jẹ́ kó ọmọ Yorùbá di president, òkú máa sùn. Gbogbo ọ̀nà méjèèjì lèèyàn máa fi kú. But tí Yorùbá ọwọ́ wa bá tẹ presidency, kì í ṣe half Yorùbá là ń sọ kó gba presidency. Full-blooded Yorùbá, kì í ṣe ordinary Yorùbá, ẹni tó lẹ́mìí. Tinubu ló lẹ́mìí tó lè fuck up everybody. Ó ní network yẹn throughout the world. Tí Fulani bá fẹ́ ṣe wèrè, ó lè kó US Army wọlé. Kò ń ṣe gọ̀jẹ̀, ẹnìkan tí ò gbọ́n. Tó kàn máa sáré ṣe ètò. So Mr. Kola, mo believe bullshit lesson. I don't know who you are, but I don't know you about bullshit ni, because I could easily see that. But tí kò bá ṣe bullshit, you will have given us a defined and definite answer. So God mo start sọ fún yín, ẹ wo gbogbo ariwo táwọn tó sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ gb'Odùduwà rí. Wọ́n láwọn ò fẹ́ presidency. Sunday Igboho ní extra tire ní Ọ̀ṣínbàjò. Wọ́n láwọn ò fẹ́ election. Àwọn f'Odùduwà Republic. Wọ́n dẹ̀ tún pariwo pé Fulani ń lo presidency láti pa wọn. Ẹni tó bá ń control presidency in Nigeria ló ń control ìbọn. Nǹkan tó ń pè ní legitimate use of monopoly of power. Sunday Igboho ṣe wà yẹn tó bá pààyàn, tó bá pa Fulani, tó sọ pé òun fẹ́ defend ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, wọ́n máa tì mẹ́wọ̀n ni. But tó bá fún Sunday Igboho ní aṣọ sójà àbí aṣọ ọlọ́pàá, tó bá pa Fulani àpagbé, nǹkan tó ń pè ní legitimate use of monopoly of violence. Ẹni tó bá ń control presidency, ó máa fuck yín up ni. Ẹ̀yin ọ̀dẹ̀ ẹ sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ presidency, ẹlẹ́fẹ́ election, wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣìnà fún yín. Ẹ ṣe lọ fògùn jà. Ẹ ṣe lọ gbóògùn jáde kẹ́ fi pa àwọn tó wà ní àwọn Fulani tó wà ní Igangan. But kò possible, even armed robbers tó bá wá sílé èèyàn, tí èèyàn yẹn bá pariwo yé armed robber, àwọn ará àdúgbò gan ti lè dènà yálẹ̀ ráwọn ará àdúgbò tó máa níbọn. Wọ́n ṣe ń jáde bá àwọn ti ẹ̀yìn ìbọn àbí kán lé kan mú kó má lọ. How much more about 50 people lórí ọ̀kadà, wọ́n dẹ̀ wọnú àdúgbò kan, wọ́n wọnú village kan, wọ́n dẹ̀ pa gbogbo èèyàn ẹyọ kan, wọ́n dẹ̀ rí arrest, ẹyọ kan wọ́n dẹ̀ pa in their replacement. Look, mo tún ti rí nǹkan tó sọ̀rọ̀ nsìn. Adedamola Malik, only 4 of the Fulani attackers at Igangan were killed. You're telling me bullshit because we've done the research before we come live. None of this information. Do you guys just come to our platform to give us bullshit? Look, I don't understand. And I can see an Igbo guy he called himself King Akinyele Clinton. Please, Adeyinka, I love you so much. Please let us come together with who? Silly man. Don't give us false information. I don't know where the platform that you guys have been able to make comments. Stop giving us bullshit information. Find this live. 4 Fulani attackers at Igangan were killed. 4 Fulani were not killed. Video shit and big accurate. Want to power town intense okay. Don't give us false information here, because I'm talking to conservatives and I have to be reasonable with them, because these guys are very intelligent people. So don't give us false information and come and bullshit us with your stupid thing. Don't work me up this evening. So àwọn Igbo, Fulani àti Yoruba-PDP ló pa yín. Kò possible kí Tinubu máa pa yín because òun ló wà government. Àwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ máa ń dìbò fún party ẹ̀. So PDP ò ṣe opposition rí. Wọ́n believe pé tẹ́ bá pààyàn. Àwọn Yorùbá mind wọ́n máa change. Kò lè change. Kò lè change. Gbogbo ètí Sunday Igboho ṣe tó ń ṣe ṣe jọ wẹ́ ẹni attack ẹ̀ ọlá Tinubu ló ń jẹ nítorí pé Tinubu wà lára àwọn tó control central. Tó bá yẹ pé Igbo àti Hausa Fulani ló ń control federal government, wọ́n ti pa Sunday Igboho àbí kan ti tì mọ́lé. Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn ṣe protest wọn kò sẹ́ni tó dá sí wọn. Tó bá bí ìyáláyà wọn dá káwọn conservative náà jáde kán máa campaign for election kán wá attack wọn. Ibẹ̀ náà máa ti rí what's up. So bí tẹ́kẹ́ ti ronú nìyẹn. Kí ni reason tí Fulani máa fi máa pa yín sìn? Ṣé Fulani tó fẹ́ jẹ president 2023 ni? No, ẹ gbàgbé nígbà tí Boko Haram yìnbọn lu Buhari. Gbogbo wa la sọ fún yín gbà yẹn pé gimmick ni. Wọ́n yìnbọn lu Buhari kán fi hype credibility ẹ̀ ní 2015 ni. Boko Haram ṣiṣẹ́ fún Buhari láti jẹ president ni. Ṣóyè àwọn tó ń pààyàn nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ń sìn àwọn PDP ní Ọbásanjọ́ ló ń pààyàn. Ṣé mọ̀ pé irú àwọn Ọbásanjọ́ yẹn àwọn ló máa ń ṣoògùn àìkú. Kò sí nǹkan tí wọn kì í fi ń ṣoògùn. Ṣóyè wọ́n lè fi 1 million ṣoògùn káwọn má kú mọ́ ẹni tó máa drop dead lọ́jọ́ kan gbẹ̀yìngbẹ̀yìn. Ẹ má jẹ́ kẹ́nìkan bullshit ń lọ́bẹ̀rẹ̀ ibi tí Professor Banji Akintoye wà. Ìgbà tí wọ́n pa Ahmed Gulak ẹ máa ń sá jáde ló ti sá kúrò Nàìjíríà. Àwọn fẹ́ gbòdòdó Republic fún yín ni. Ta la sọ pé ó jẹ́ number 1 enemy Yorùbá outside Nàìjíríà. Ṣebí English ni, ṣebí England ni mo ti ń sọ̀rọ̀. Ṣebí mò ń expose the government wọn. Ẹ ti gbàgbé ìgbà tá kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ta máa attack àwọn Igbo, ta máa expose gbogbo atrocity wọn. Ṣé bá àwọn Igbo sọ pé àwọn máa assassinate ni? Ṣé mo stop? Ṣé mo slack? Me stop. As a policy a kì í gbé ojú àwọn executive YYF jáde. A ṣe ń gbé jáde ń sìn ni. Nígbà tí CIA ti clear wa, FBI clear wa, Scotland Yard ó clear wa, Igbe a kì í ṣe terrorist organization that we are politicians. Gbogbo gbà yẹn ta ló Yorùbá mélòó ló lè sọ̀rọ̀ pé Igbo criminals ni wọ́n ló lè expose Igbo bá ṣe expose. Ṣé wọ́n máa ń threaten wa? Give up because we are young and focused. Ṣé báwa la expose government United Kingdom kó lè ní wọ́n pé government of UK wà corrupt. Ipa àwọn ló ń control yín. Okay, Mr. Kola ti said, I am not liberal, I'm fully conservative. Watch the interview Owoshini, security advisor to Oyo State government, gave on Channels TV on Sunrise Daily 2 days ago. It is still on their YouTube. Okay, that what is, let me now go back. Oyo State government said 2 sons of the expelled Fulani leaders. Why? It is from you we are hearing this. With all the sources of information that he gathered, we had people. There was a group called Yoruba Welfare Group. I'm Muslim local, you know. Unity and preaching. They are not very focused. One lost síbẹ̀, one fún wa ní information, one download everything fún wa. How come you are the only one raising this issue? How come? So that's why I don't believe. Do you have the links for some of this, for some of our members to watch it? Because we would like to. We would like to. So how come nobody has raised it where anybody could? But that's not the issue. Let's quickly go to Sherry Pé gbogbo nonsense no man sọ nípa Ògùn. Tán lọ di owó ẹyọ mọ́ra, tán lọ máa wé kíní red kíní yẹn. Sherry Pé kò work. Kò dé work ni kò work rí. Weapons no fin jagun, ìbọn. Aside pé ìbọn, drone, atomic bomb, nitrogen bomb, nuclear bomb, submarine, chemical and biological weapon. Nǹkan tán fin jagun, tán fin win nìyẹn. Nǹkan tán fin defense civilization yẹn. Gbogbo àwọn deliberate tó ń pariwo pé Sunday Igboho lóògùn ṣìwó náà fin jagun. So ẹ má jẹ́ kí anybody mo dẹ̀ sọ nǹkan kan fún yín tí mo ti impress. Ẹ fẹ́ kí Yorùbá rí bí America, right? Ẹ dẹ̀ fẹ́ kí Yorùbá kó better England. tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ẹni tó mọ̀wé lẹ máa tì síwájú kó máa jó lórí fúnlẹ̀ Yorùbá torí ìlú méjèèjì àwọn tó bá lọ sí good universities tó dẹ̀ brilliant àwọn ló máa ń ṣe olórí wọn kì í ṣe illiterate tí Yorùbá máa ń gbé jáde bí Sunday Igboho bí Ganiyu Adamu kó máa sọ̀rọ̀ fúnran Yorùbá lè ṣe Ganiyu Adamu tó jẹ́ Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò àwa recognize as Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò tó bá jẹ́ kó brilliant ni ó ti máa fún Yorùbá ní MI5 títí wa àti MI6 tó bá wo Amẹ́ríkà wọ́n ní FBI wọ́n ní CIA àwọn FBI àti CIA wọ́n máa ń pààyàn ni láti safeguard interest and welfare America FBI ó máa ń protect America nínú America CIA ó máa ń protect America outside America ní CIA máa ń dó sí anybody tó bá fẹ́ gbógun wá sínú America wọ́n ti pa àbí kàn ti destroy ẹ̀ láti ta kó tó dé America the same thing náà ní English ní MI5 àti MI6 ṣebí MI5 ń ṣọ́ mi ṣebí ìgbà tó ń arrest mi a sọ pé kàn download gbogbo information tán ni wọ́n ti ń ṣọ́ mi wọ́n ti ń ṣọ́ mi more than 10 years èmi ti mọ̀ tipẹ́ wọ́n ní gbogbo load of information pa mi gbogbo bí tí mo ti lọ sí school pátápátá náà ni MI5 ó ń protect England from inside England MI6 ó ń protect England from outside England àwọn tó ń help Igbo láti fẹ́ pa Tinubu àwọn MI6 ni tí ó bá yẹ pé Ganiyu Adamu intelligent tó lọ́pọlọ tó kàwé kó kàwé agbára ló fi kàwé bóyá bí 40 something ló ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ padà ló ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń lọ sí university so ìwé yẹn kò ní anything lára ẹ̀ kò ní knowledge tẹ́ bá gbẹ́ni tí ò ní knowledge sí nǹkan ẹ máa wà lójú kan ni tó bá yẹ pé ni tó graduate tó ti lọ sí school at the age of 17 18 19 20 tó ti graduate tán wá fi ṣe Ọ̀nà Kakanfò ó ti máa fún yín ní your own FBI àti fún yín ní your own CIA nǹkan tó máa ṣe ní nǹkan táwọn bá sọ́ngbà ẹni ẹ tí mo put idea pé ká ní GCHQ our own security network pé káwọn èèyàn máa bá nínú ilé mọ́ pé kó kọ́ ọ́fíìsì ràbàdà tẹ́ pé àwọn security expert ló máa ṣiṣẹ́ ń bẹ̀ so àwọn security expert kò yẹn ò lè possible mọ́ sí kò sẹ́ni tó recognize ààrẹ yẹn mọ́ so tẹ́ bá fẹ́ kí ilé ayé Yorùbá dá ẹ máa wá àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké tó mọ̀wé tó ní ọpọlọ ẹ fi wọn ṣe olórí. Jẹ́ kí wọn kàn tí Lékan Mákànjú I'm coming back there I saw the SSD confirm exactly what caller guy said so SSD confirm now I will have to come back so says somebody collaborating it. I also have reliable info from Igangan that the Fulani were killed and that Sally. No, why to jẹ́ pé gbogbo àwọn videos yẹn this is what and the Secretary of State mi ò gbàgbé nǹkan tí mo sọ lórí Ganiyu Adamu you guys can run me later now why to jẹ́ pé Secretary of the State Government ló confirm ẹ̀ I'm still going to come to Seyi Makinde why to jẹ́ pé Secretary gbogbo àwọn tó ṣe fídíò yẹn taari gbogbo àwọn tó sọ pé àwọn lọ sí why tó ń ṣe confirm because àwa láṣẹṣẹ ń sọ pé how can you kill people kò yẹ kí kó má sí Fúlàní kan kó má sí one arrest kó má sí pé ẹ pa Fúlàní now SSG wá lọ sórí TV ó wá ń parọ́ fún yín I believe pé ló ń pa because we have people who went there tó bá yẹ pé lóòótọ́ náà pa Fúlàní wọ́n ti máa show wa nínú fídíò pé wo àwọn Fúlàní tán parí àwọn Fúlàní tán parí now let me come back to the Oyo State government màá sọ̀rọ̀ lórí Ganiyu Adamu later now Seyi Makinde ó lọ sí Gọ̀gán wọ́n pààyàn ní on the 6th of June ó lọ sí Gọ̀gán ní on the 7th ó ní pé òun ni pé kàn blame pé òun lòun ṣe mistake àwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ ń pàtẹ́wọ́ fún ẹni tó yẹ pé kàn yọ as governor immediately ó ti fail yín kò lè secure security of lives and property yín òun gangan ti sọ ó yẹ kàn impeach ẹ ni but half Yorùbá ló fi ṣe speaker so kò ní fight fún impeachment ẹ Seyi Makinde gangan is a compromise Yorùbá person because ìyá ẹ̀ Ìgbò ni ìyàwó ẹ̀ Ìjọ he openly said pé òun lòun should be held responsible so he ought to resign kí deputy ẹ̀ become governor that was 7th of June ní 9th of June ibi tí wọ́n ti pa èèyàn 50 Seyi Makinde celebrate birthday ìyàwó ẹ̀ so torí ẹ̀ ni òyìnbó ṣe superior yín ẹ̀yin dúdú ò ní ọpọlọ ó jẹ́ kí wọ́n ti move fún vote of no confidence lórí Seyi Makinde ó lọ sí Ìgangan ó ní pé òun lòun ò ṣeṣẹ́ òun, ó ní òun lòun ò ṣeṣẹ́ òun, àwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ ń clap fún, jẹ́ kí wọ́n fi ìyẹn yọ. Wọ́n pààyàn 50 ní on the 6th of June, ó lọ síbẹ̀ ní 7th of June. Today ó ń celebrate birthday ìyàwó ẹ̀, ṣe bó jẹ́ kó share fún birthday ìyàwó ẹ̀ ni ó ń celebrate. That means kò rán yín, because mo ń sọ fún yín pé àwọn half Yorùbá ló ń pa yín, àwọn ló lẹ̀dí àpò pọ̀ pẹ̀lú Fúlàní àti Ìgbò náà pa yín torí pé wọ́n wà ní opposition lénìí. Irọ́ ni SSG yẹn ń pa. I do not believe him. Tó bá jẹ́ pé lóòótọ́ ni wọ́n pa àwọn Fúlàní ní Ìgangan, níjọ́ yẹn náà máa ti sọ pé ẹ wò ibi tán ti wá attack wa rèé, Fúlàní 2 mẹ́ta la pa, ẹ rí wọn, àwọn rèé. Irọ́ ni wọn pa Fúlàní kankan. Fúlàní kọ́ ló stage Ìgangan yẹn, àwọn Ìgbò àti Yorùbá. Ọbásanjọ́ ló fọ̀ǹdẹ̀. Ìgbò, Yorùbá àti Fúlàní ló pa yín. I do not believe what the SSG said. Irọ́ ni, afterthought ni àwa la bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gbé information yẹn jáde pé báwo náà ṣe máa lọ jó ààfin ọba, wọ́n á jó mọ́tò, wọ́n á jó other properties, wọ́n á jó filling station. Fúlàní ò kì í ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Fúlàní máa pààyàn ní ibi tá ti mọ̀ pé Fúlàní àti Ìgbò ló ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn pẹ̀lú Yorùbá. A rí a lot of people tán pa sínú igbó. Bí Fúlàní ṣe máa ń pààyàn sínú igbó nìyẹn. Wọ́n jó mọ́tò, wọ́n jó filling station, wọ́n jólé, wọ́n jó palace. Bí Ìgbò ṣe máa ń ṣe nìyẹn. Ẹ lọ wo pattern àwọn Ìgbò ní East wọ́n ṣe ń ṣe. Wọ́n máa ń jó everywhere ni. So combination of these PDP guys ló pa yín nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Wọ́n sọ pé ẹ ṣé gan Mr. Yomi, kí ló dé tí àwọn Fúlàní tẹ́ sọ pé wọ́n arrest Clayton parade wọn? Irọ́ ni SSG ń pa. So Mr. Lekan, I do not believe what you have said pé wọ́n pa Fúlàní bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n pa. Tán bá pa gbogbo àwọn idiot tó ń ṣe fídíò yẹn, wọ́n ti pa ojoojúmọ́. Ẹ wo bí Libra ṣe máa ń ṣe, wọ́n lẹ́nu bí ìtajàkàrà. Àwọn fẹ́ gbé Odùduwà Republic pẹ̀lú ogun, wọ́n ṣíná fún yín mọ́lé náà. Ẹ ń sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ presidency, ẹ dẹ̀ ń blame Fúlàní tó ń lo presidency fi pa yín. Ṣé yẹn make sense? Ẹ sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ kọ́ ọmọ yín Tinubu jẹ president. Tí ọmọ yín Tinubu bá jẹ president, òun náà á control police, á control military, ó máa fa àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá sí, á control immigration, á control custom, á control port. Ẹ máa gbé ìbọn wọlé láti port ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, gbogbo yín máa ní ìbọn lọ. Fúlàní á bẹ̀rù yín, ẹlẹ́ẹ̀fẹ́ yẹn ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí condemn Tinubu. Fúlàní ṣíná fún yín, ẹni wọ́n ti pa yín tán, kí ló dé tẹ́ pa Fúlàní padà? Fúlàní kọ́ ló ń ṣíná fún yín, àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò ló ń ṣíná fún yín, àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò. So bí mo ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ Ganiyu Adamu lọ, tó bá jẹ́ pé intelligent, Ganiyu Adamu á ti fún Yorùbá ní FBI titiwa, á ti fún wa ní CIA titiwa, because we need. Ìgbà tí mi bá sọ nìyẹn o, kó tó di pé èmi àti ẹ̀ já lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Tinubu o. Ìgbà tí mo bá sọ nìyẹn o, pé we need to. Ìgbà tí kò listing sí mi ní another organization, àwọn young boys kan ní America ló wá, wọ́n ti dá FBI titiwa sílẹ̀, wọ́n ti dá CIA titiwa sílẹ̀, but wọ́n sọ pé mi ò gbọdọ̀ dárúkọ ẹ̀. So àwọn ìlú tó wà civilized wọ́n ṣe ń ṣe nìyẹn. FBI òun ló ń protect America nínú America. CIA ló ń protect America from outside America. Àwọn English náà ní titi wọn. MI5 ló ń protect English nínú England. MI6 ló ń protect English from outside England. Later wa náà ò ní titi wa. YF ló yẹ ṣe conceive idea yẹn. A dẹ̀ ti ní méjì yẹn, ṣùgbọ́n ẹ ní gbọ́ lẹ́nu mi. Tó bá di towards 2023 tí Tinubu bá ti likely win, lè máa gbọ́ pé àwa náà ti ní version titi wa. Ẹ gbàgbé ọ̀rọ̀ Ganiyu Adamu yẹn. So ẹ wo nǹkan tí Ganiyu Adamu sọ nígbà tí Ìgangan yẹn ṣẹlẹ̀. Ẹ máa mọ̀ pé it's a weak law. Ó weak, kò ní value kankan tó fẹ́ add sílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ó ní war is imminent. Nígbà tí wọ́n lọ ṣíná fún wa ní Ìgangan, àwọn Ìgbò ló ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn àti Fúlàní àtàwọn ọmọ Yorùbá. Ó ní war is imminent. Nǹkan tí àwọn tó pààyàn ní Ìgangan ṣe, ó kéré sí nǹkan táwọn ọmọ Ìgbò ṣe lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Ojúmọmọ làwọn Ìgbò ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí bà Èkó jẹ́ ní EndSARS yẹn. Wọ́n bà everywhere jẹ́. Ojúmọmọ, wọ́n hide, wọ́n jó boss wa, wọ́n náà fẹ́ lọ pa Tinubu, wọ́n fẹ́ lọ pa Sanwó-Olú, wọ́n fẹ́ lọ pa ìyá Sanwó-Olú, wọ́n destroy everything. Nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe ní Ìgangan kékeré ni. Ṣebí Ganiyu Adamu ó rí nǹkan tí àwọn Ìgbò ṣe lẹ́kọ̀ọ́, tó sọ pé war is imminent. Kí ló ṣe? Nígbà tí YF plan láti lọ attack Computer Village àti other Igbo market, ṣebí Gani Adams ló gbé àwọn ọmọ OPC ẹ̀ wá tán sanwó fún ó make owó burúkú billions of naira náà sọ fún tó lọ ń ṣọ́ àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò idiot ẹ̀ wá ń sọ pé war is imminent nígbà tí wọ́n ṣíná fún wa ní Igangan ìgbà táwọn ọmọ Ìgbò ṣíná fún wa lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ kílé tí ò ṣe sọ pé war is imminent torí pé kì í ṣe ọmọ Yorùbá ẹni tó bá fún lówó ní irọ́ ló kàn pa ó ń ju ọ̀pá mọ́lẹ̀ wa ó ń ṣépè kò ṣe ṣépè fún Buhari kó kú kọ́ mọ́ wa Ọ̀ṣínbàjò kó di president káwa náà control ìbọn tó bá yẹ kó lépè lẹ́nu èpè òfò ló sọ pé òun ní lẹ́nu àwọn èèyàn kan máa tàn yín illiteracy is a disease lágbájá ti sọ ó ní poverty is a disease yo Africa together illiteracy is a disease tó dẹ̀ ni àwọn Yorùbá ṣe ń wo Gani Adams àti Sunday Igboho kan máa sọ̀rọ̀ fún yín ẹ dẹ̀ sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ kí ìlú yín rí bí Amẹ́ríkà ẹ fẹ́ jẹ́ kí greatness wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ẹ máa rá àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké tó intelligent tó smart ẹ ní support wọn illiterate lẹ máa support gbogbo ariwo tí Sunday Igboho ń pa kí ló òfútù fẹ́ tẹ àṣà tí ò nìkan ni kò nìkan wọ́n ṣíná mọ́ yín mọ́lé wọ́n ṣíná mọ́ yín lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ensars wọ́n náà wá mọ́lé náà wọ́n tún náà yín mọ́lé ní Ìgangan ẹ sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ presidency so tí Tinubu bá jẹ presidency tó bá jẹ president Nàìjíríà ṣé bọ́n ṣe máa ṣíná fún wa lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ní àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò ṣé bọ́n ṣe máa lọ ṣíná fún wa ní Ìgangan ni kò possible so gbogbo àwọn tó ń sọ pé kò sí election yẹn kí iná ṣe ń sìn àtìgbà tán ti pa yín láti 6 of June ṣebí fídíò náà ló ń ṣe ẹ tún rí fídíò kan tán tún ṣe ni wọ́n náà yìnbọn fáwọn kan bí àwọn Fúlàní yìnbọn fún wa arm robber yìnbọn fún yàn náà kidnappers yìnbọn fún yàn fídíò náà ń ṣera ẹ lọ ṣíná fún Fúlàní ẹ lọ ṣíná fún Ìgbò kẹtù máa ń sọ̀sọ̀kúsọ so gbogbo ilé ìtẹ́ ń sọ yẹn ibi tó yẹ kẹ́ ti mọ̀ pé gbogbo àwọn tó kàn ń pariwo yẹn Professor Banji Akintoye ó ti já dànù ẹ wo gbogbo àwọn tó máa ń jó mi really mọ àwọn kan tó wà ní but ẹ wo àwọn guys mo ní idea orúkọ wọn bíi Dara Talk Show David Hamilton Ayọ̀ Citizen AY Ọláyọmí Koiki Mayegun ṣe bí gbogbo àwọn tẹ máa ń tẹ̀lé nìyẹn ẹ ti kọ́kọ́ lọ wo courses tán study náà gbogbo àwọn tẹ ń tẹ̀lé nìyẹn àwọn tó sọ fún yín pé agbódú ayé ni àwọn tí ò ní clue àwọn PDP guys tí ò mọ̀ òwe all of them PDP náà ṣiṣẹ́ fún so kí náà ti ṣe fún live yín one of our donors ó máa ń sọ fún mi pé ká ṣe gbá ká ṣàwọ́ mo ní àkín ṣe Libra ó sọ pé òun ò ní fund activities mi mọ́ ó ní fine tí ò bá fund ẹ̀ mọ́ kó má fund ẹ̀ we are not Libra nítorí pé àwọn Ìgbòho ń dagboru ó ń ṣe mo ní game ní gimmick ní gbogbo eléyìí wọn ò ní ọkàn tán máa ṣe wọ́n ti get yín l'Odùduwà Republic àwọn APC Yorùbá ló lè get yín l'Odùduwà Republic àwọn APC Yorùbá so ṣe rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ní war is imminent ìyẹn ni Gani Adams sọ wọ́n ṣíná fún un léṣe bí Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò ló pe rẹ̀ kì í ṣe Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò àwa ò recognize ẹ ọmọ nu pé ni o kò sí anybody tí ó bá jẹ́ half Yorùbá tó máa defend Yorùbá bí full blooded kò sí so yẹn ẹ sọ pé Yorùbá presidency ò mátà ẹlẹ́ẹ̀fẹ́ wọ́n ṣíná fún wa so tó imagine tí a bá gba presidency in 2023 agbára yẹn òun ni Tinubu máa fi fọ́ Nàìjíríà ó máa fún yín devolution of power ni ṣé ó possible ẹ jẹ́ look ẹ wo bọ̀bọ̀ Sunday Igboho ẹ wo gbàgbé Professor Banji Akintoye half Yorùbá ni gbàgbé Gani Adams half Yorùbá ni Sunday Igboho full blooded Yorùbá bí ó ṣe ní knowledge yẹn tí ó ṣe mọ̀ òwe because kò illiterate ni bó ṣe jẹ́ illiterate yẹn tó because secondary school education ló make ẹ pé ó wà literate kò ní secondary school education tó bá jẹ́ president Nàìjíríà ṣó possible kí Fúlàní wá ṣí wa mọ́ Ìgangan ṣó possible kí Igbo lọ ṣe enforcement process dépò kan dé báyìí kò jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ bí ó ṣe jẹ́ illiterate ó máa kó sójà wa ní tó máa pa wọ́n so imagine kí Tinubu tó wà literate well educated soul tó dẹ̀ lẹ́mìí kó wá ló jẹ́ pé òun ni president Nàìjíríà ṣé wọ́n ṣí yín mọ́lé bẹ́ẹ̀ mo make post kan yesterday àbí àárọ̀ yìí ẹ̀yin náà ẹ wò ṣé ẹ ti rí Yorùbá rí nígbà tá à ń ṣe research lórí Ìgangan yẹn wọ́n ní 50 ọ̀kadàs náà kó wá 50 àwọn tí ò kí ń ṣe Yorùbá wọ́n dẹ̀ wá ṣí wa mọ́lé nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ṣé ẹ ti rí nínú ìtàn abẹ́ ti gbọ́ rí nínú ìtàn wípé 50 Yorùbá wọ́n dẹ̀ lọ sí Sokoto wọ́n dẹ̀ lọ ṣíná fún wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣé ẹ lè imagine yẹn ṣé ti rí ẹ ti gbọ́ rí pé 50 Yorùbá wọ́n dúró sórí ọ̀kadà wọ́n dẹ̀ lọ pààyàn ní Enugu nílùú àwọn Ìgbò. No, but ojoojúmọ́ lẹ máa rí pé àwọn Fúlàní máa wá ṣíná fún wa nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, àwọn Ìgbò gan á tún ṣíná fún wa. Ẹ gbọ́ tí Nnamdi Kanu máa ń sọ pé òun máa pààyàn nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, òun ní ìbọn tóun máa fi pa àwọn Yorùbá. Ṣé Yorùbá ti sọ̀rọ̀ rí pé òun ní weapon tóun máa fi pààyàn nílẹ̀ Ìgbò? Ṣé Yorùbá ti lọ sílẹ̀ Haúsá rí kó dẹ̀ lọ ṣíná fún wọn bẹ̀? Kò possible, torí pé ẹ̀yin kọ́ lẹ̀ ń control presidency. Ìwọ gbé Tinubu síbẹ̀, Yorùbá lè ṣíná fún anybody anywhere. Tinubu máa back yín up ni because òun ló máa control military. Wo nǹkan tí Buhari ṣe nígbà tí chief of army staff kú through plane crash yẹn. Buhari sọ pé àwọn 29 tó wà ní cost 35, 36, 30, cost 30, 34, 35. Ó ní kí gbogbo wọn lọ sí compulsory retirement. Ó wá lọ gbé ọmọ Fúlàní tó jẹ́ cost 37 kó wá head wọn. Imagine kí Tinubu débẹ̀ kó má sí Yorùbá from 1 to 1,000. Kó má sí Yorùbá kankan in top leadership ní army. Ó máa lọ recruit ọmọ Yorùbá. Ìjọ tó bá recruit ẹ̀ lé ní á dẹ̀ sọ di chief of army staff. Ṣé anybody fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ni? Yálà ya anybody fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀. Ṣé bí nǹkan táwọn Fúlàní ṣe nìyẹn? So ẹ̀dẹ̀ accept káwọn Libra máa fool yín kan sọ pé need the presidency. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń ké ibi wọ́n ti ṣíná fún yín ní gangan. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa ké pa nìyẹn náà. Wọ́n máa ṣíná lọ fún yín ni nítorí pé kò sọmọ yín tó ń control presidency. Ṣé yìí kò sọmọ yín tó ń control presidency ẹ̀ kàn pariwo ẹ̀fẹ́ election ìfẹ́ wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣíná fún yín everywhere. Ṣórí yín pé ṣá. Ẹ máa rí sìn, wọ́n tún stop láti wọ́n máa ń listen sí wáwá gan, that's a fact. Gbogbo fídíò tán ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí circulate, wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ WhatsApp fídíò wọn, wọ́n ń gbà tó 300 a day. Oríṣiríṣi fídíò ìbànújẹ́, Fúlàní ti pa ọ́, Fúlàní ti ṣe gbá ọ́. Gbogbo ẹ̀ politics ni. Wọ́n tún ṣe, wọ́n ṣe ń sìn ní June làwà, wọ́n ṣe di July, wọ́n tún stop. Wọ́n máa pààyàn lẹ̀ Yorùbá títí tó máa fi ṣe primary APC ní 2022. Ọbásanjọ́ ló ń pààyàn. Sórí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀, wọ́n rò bóyá pé APC Yorùbá gọ̀, wọ́n mọ̀ pé Tinubu bàbá wèrè ní máa yẹn, bàbá master strategy ni. Ó máa bu mọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́. Ṣé ẹ̀yin notice nǹkan kan táwọn Ìgbò ṣe recently? Ìgbà tó ń rí pé bí Sunday Igboho ṣe ń da gbòòrò ní da gbogbo ẹ̀rù bá àwọn Ìgbò, because Ìgbò ò fẹ́ kí Nàìjíríà break. Ẹni tó bá lọ́pọlọ ló máa mọ̀. Ẹ̀rù bá wọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí circulate pé Sanwó-Olú sọ pé Lagos is not part of Oduduwa Republic. It's a lie. Àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò ló ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn. Sanwó-Olú ò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ̀rù ń bà wọ́n because Ìgbò fẹ́ kí Nàìjíríà pín. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ máa ń believe pé Ìgbò fẹ́ lọ. Ìgbò lọ anywhere. Ẹ kàn mọ̀wé ni. Ẹ accept ẹ̀. Nígbà tí mo young, mo máa ń like láti play table tennis. Kò sí nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ ṣe láyé mi ju pé kí n máa play table tennis. Mi tí ẹ̀ ní interest nínú school. Pọ́sí mi máa ń bú mi nítorí pé mi ò mọ mathematics. Mo dẹ̀ accept pé mi ò mọ̀. Ìyá mi ò dẹ̀ bú mi, ó kàn gbé mi lọ sí extramural class ni. Tí n bá ti ṣe schools mi tán Monday to Friday, ó bá ti Saturday wọ́n á tún ti jí mi. Ó níbi kan tó máa ń gbé mi lọ Ndùgbẹ̀. Wọ́n máa lọ máa kọ́ mi math. Mo dẹ̀ accept pé mi ò mọ̀, mo dẹ̀ wá mọ̀. Ìgbà tí mo dẹ̀ ṣe, mo dẹ̀ wá fẹ́ impress popsi mi, wọ́n mú mi fún PhD ní econometrics ní University of Alberta ní Canada. But unfortunately mi ò ṣe. Mo accept pé mi ò mọ̀ mathematics nígbà yẹn. Mo dẹ̀ improve ara mi. So ẹ̀yin tẹ́ jẹ́ Yorùbá leader yẹn, ẹ accept pé ẹ mọ̀wé. Ẹ accept pé ẹ lọ́pọlọ. You just need to accept this. Tí ẹ bá ti accept yẹn, lẹ máa wá lè understand politics better. Igbo ní ìkọ̀kan tán fẹ́ lọ. That is what you don't know. Igbo nìkan ló enjoy Nigeria. Even Hausa Fulani tẹ́ ń blame yìí kò fẹ́ Nigeria from the beginning. Ẹ̀rù ń bà Hausa Fulani pé táwọn bá lose presidency yẹn fún full-blooded Yorùbá, ayé àwọn máa bàjẹ́ because wọn ò ní lè control epo mọ́, wọn ò ní lè control waterways mọ́, wọn ò ní lè control gbogbo taxes ilẹ̀ Yorùbá mọ́. Igbo nìkan ni Nigeria pay. Igbo ní ilẹ̀ títí wọn, kò sí epo ń bẹ, kò sí waterways ń bẹ. Torí ẹ̀ ní Igbo ṣe máa ń sọ pé àwọn fẹ́ Biafra. Biafra is not real. Biafra is fake. Igbo people do not wish to leave Nigeria. That is the reason why they held on tight to the agitation of Biafra that must include Edo, Urobo, Ijo, Efik, Ibibio. Tell Igbo that you will get only Igbo-speaking state as your new nation. They will remain in Nigeria. So what the Igbo are doing is this. I switch to English so that the stupid Igbo can hear me. What the Igbo are doing is very simple. They are conscious of the fact that there is a growing Yoruba nationalism in favor of a return to regional government. Igbo don't want that. That was why they were agitating for Biafra. Now, if you now offer them only Igbo-speaking nation, they will say no, they would rather stay in Nigeria under this current unitary system. It's a propaganda. Igbo don't want out of Nigeria. So imagine if Tinubu is the president of Nigeria, he will even want Igbo out of Nigeria, whether they want to stay or not. Because Igbo are not contributing anything to Nigeria. Kanuri people, they've been fighting Boko Haram since 2010, more than 10 years. Kanuri, that region, is still contributing 1% to the running of the federal government. Igbo, where is a nation that is stable, is only contributing 1.5%. Imagine if there is no war in Kanuri land, they will contribute more than Igbo. Igbo is the least contributor to the economic growth and development of Nigeria. Igbo contribute virtually nothing. So they don't want to go. That's why Igbo will continue to reject regional government. The only thing they want is the unitary system. So they are using the Biafra agitation to keep the unitary system. So it takes an intelligent soul who is a Yoruba citizen to know this. So all of you that are believing that Igbo want out of Yoruba, accept that you are foolish. Because you are believing lies. Then from that, then you begin to probe and ask questions. Is Edo land Igbo? No. Is Urobo land Igbo? No. Is Ijo land Igbo? No. Is Efik Ibibio land Igbo? No. So for that reason, you are improving yourself. You now ask yourself, why is it that the Igbo people want non-Igbo area to be part of their Biafra? That is when you start seeing the reality. And you'll be able to say that Igbo are just lying to you. They are the greatest beneficiary of Nigeria. What the Igbo actually desire is what we have now. Anarchy, problem, instability. That is what Igbo wants. That we should just be killing ourselves. I told you, and I'm repeating it, we have been working on a policy how to dismantle protests in Nigeria. It will be Tinubu that will benefit that research work that we're doing. Because we find out that, look, everywhere these people are killing in Ebola, they're also killing in Yoruba. You will see, we monitor a protest in Abuja. We sent people to sample the protesters. They were 90% Igbo. Whenever there is a protest in Lagos, Yoruba, it is also predominantly Igbo. So what we are planning to do is that we will shift all responsibility to the Igbo governors under the regional government. That way we can kill constant and continuous anarchy, protest, violence across Nigeria, because this is only being brought about by Igbo. Igbo people like instability. They like disorganization. That's why during the COVID-19 lockdown across Lagos, you won't believe that Lagos is a very beautiful space. You know why it's looking horrible? Lagos is looking horrible. It is because of the Igbo who are selling wares all across our roads. There are too many. So we need to decentralize Nigeria in order to push all the protests in Nigeria. We just push them down to Igbo land. They are the people that are causing anarchy. They are the only nation on planet Earth that eats human being. The books say that among the Igbo of Nigeria, it was published in 1921. We read it. We're the one who even circulated it to the public. Igbo even don't know. So we're working on that policy. I'm looking at, I've studied Margaret Thatcher, how she dealt with the union, labor union organization here. I'm looking at other Asia country, how they are able to do the same thing. So by the time we're ready with our finding, it's not a topmost job. I want Tinubu to benefit it when he becomes president. By the time we're ready with that finding, we'll push it out, because we need to stop Igbo protesting everywhere. Everywhere they are protesting. They are disorganizing this space. They are the people, they are just problem. It is unfortunate. So you see now, look at all the noise from the Yoruba liberals who are agitating for Oduduwa Republic. I'm going to read your questions. Anthony Perry in Kala. Look at all the noise by these people who will sit in front of their computer and be making stupid statements. Ṣé ẹ kì í rí pé wọ́n máa ń stop ni? Gbogbo àwọn Dara talk show, David Hamilton, gbogbo àwọn idiot yẹn, Citizen AY, gbogbo wọn máa ṣe grrrr, wọ́n dalẹ̀ rú, wọ́n stop. Wọ́n ṣe grrrr, wọ́n dalẹ̀ rú, wọ́n coordinate brain wọn ni. Ẹnìkan ló ń coordinate action gbogbo wọn. Wọ́n circulate horrible videos, killings videos, terrible. Gbogbo nǹkan táwọn Igbo máa ń ṣe ní sọ pé Igbo ní human capital. Circulate all nonsense across social media. Wọ́n tún ṣe, wọ́n tún dákẹ́. Wọ́n tún bẹ̀rẹ̀, wọ́n tún dákẹ́. Orí protest tí Sunday Igboho ṣe, ó máa ṣe protest nísìnyẹn, á dákẹ́ for 2 weeks, á tún bẹ̀rẹ̀, á dákẹ́ for 2 weeks, á tún bẹ̀rẹ̀, á dákẹ́ for 2 weeks. Wọ́n gbogbo wọn ló ń sọ pé àwọn lóògùn, wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣí wọn, wọ́n ṣí wa mọ́lé lẹ́ẹ̀mejì, ṣí wọ́n nà wá mọ́lé lẹ́kọ̀ọ́, wọ́n nà wá mọ́lé ní Ìgangan. Gbogbo oògùn òṣì tán pariwo, kò sí kankan náà fi ṣe. Àwọn tí wọ́n lọ gbé ìbọn wá. Just let us use common sense. Ṣé rí gbogbo ìjà tẹ́ ń jà yẹn? Tó bá yẹ pé ẹgbọ́n ni, ẹ jà ìjà yẹn tí yẹ pé Yorùbá gba presidency, not zone o. Yorùbá máa gba presidency. Ìgbà yẹn lẹ wá máa gbẹ̀san. Ìgbà yẹn lẹ máa gbẹ̀san. Professor Banji Akintoye tó ti já dànù, 80-something years old man. You need to gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ pé ra yín ní ìlànà ọmọ Oòduà yẹn. Ó yẹ kẹ́ kọ́kọ́ lọ sáàkì man yẹn. Ẹ kọ́kọ́ lọ sáàkì ẹ̀. He has had his dancing day. Ìgbà wo ló dá Ondo State ní 1983? Lọ wo age tó wà 1983. It's now 80-something. I expect pé bí George Akinola náà ti wọ 50 sin. But he has been doing that before. Ó dẹ̀ ṣe mí. Tó lọ purọ́ mọ́ mi lọ́dọ̀ àwọn military. Nígbà tí gbogbo wa agree pé kí n make a video. Mo ní evidence video yẹn ṣá. Pé ká make video in 2017. Ìgbà yẹn mi ò ti bá ṣe mọ́, mo sọ pé mi ní bá ṣe mọ́. Mi like yẹn máa dà mí. Kí wọ́n bá ti dà mí báyìí, máa fuck up. Irú yẹn sì, tó bá yẹ pé òun ló ń ṣe leader àwọn ní ìlànà ọmọ Oòduà. Ó wà reasonable. Ló kan bàbá 80-something plus, almost 90. Kí ló fẹ́ fún yín? Ẹni tó ti ń ṣe, we have had their dancing days. Ó ti ń ṣòṣì tipẹ́. Òun ló kọ́ ló ti já ẹ̀yìn. So let me see who, Anthony, you said, what the Biafra people don't understand is that should Nigeria disintegrate, the South-South region will stand on Niger Delta Republic. Anthony Pre in Nikade. I don't think you are Yoruba anyway. You are from South-South. That this is something that the Yoruba liberals should understand. Igbo people, they are the only one who want Nigeria to remain. Nnamdi Kanu is just an idiot, first class. You know, Nnamdi Kanu has never attacked me before. Have you ever heard him attack me? Nnamdi Kanu sits, watch my video, and make jottings to make policy decision for his useless IPOB. And all these Yoruba liberals, including Ilana Homo Oòduà Limited, it is my video that they use to formulate their policy statement. They don't have ingenuity on their own. Nnamdi Kanu is a first-class useless soul. Igbo don't want out of Nigeria. Any Yoruba that says that Igbo wants to go, Mumari bi ode, bi oponu, Igbo want out of Nigeria. It's like the Scottish, who have always been agitating that they want to leave. Imagine Scottish taking part of England land. Look at the Catalonia in Spain. They have been saying they want to leave. Imagine taking other people's land as part of their own space. No. No. It is Igbo who propagated the idea of one Nigeria. There was not one Nigeria. When we had independence, we had 3 constitutions. Constitution for the Yoruba, constitution for the Igbo, constitution for the Hausa plan. By 1966, it became 3 constitutions. Igbo made it 1 constitution in 1960. He started propagating the idea of one Nigeria. It is Igbo that will say we are one in Nigeria. It is Igbo that came up with the concept of Southern Nigeria because they lack human capital. And I've said this to people, and I'm using English. Make MC Oluomo. MC Oluomo. Just, you know, it's NURTW and Monimoto. Make him the premier of Igbo region. It will turn that region around in 10 years. Soludo, Ogonjoiwela, Agbakoba, and all of these Igbo intellectuals, they cannot make Igbo land great. They are not brilliant. I'm telling you, I'm being honest with you. If they are brilliant, they will have supported a return to regional government. They are so scared because they don't have crude oil, they don't have waterways. That is the only reason why they keep saying that Nigeria must remain a going concern. If Soludo is brilliant, if Okonjo-Iweala, if she's so brilliant as they claim, let her go and be the prime minister of Indigo Republic. They will reject it. Even ordinary regional government, they will not support it because they lack human capital. Forget the fact that all of these people claim to have been well educated. If they are, they will be pushing for a return to regional government. How come Agbakoba and the rest of them, Patutomi, how come they are rejecting the evolution of power? They lack human capital. Everybody knows that if I'm made the prime minister of Yoruba land today, everybody knows that, everybody knows what I'm capable of doing. We're going to give Yoruba land just 5 basic things, and I will retire after 10 years. Free healthcare, free and qualitative healthcare we'll give you. Free education up to university level. We know where we can fund it. We're going to give you job security. Those who have no job will be on benefit. We're going to give you security of lives and property, and there will be affordable housing. 4, I'll give you, and 10 years I'll retire. Tell Soludo to boast like that he will give Igbo those 5 things, or Okonjo-Iweala, or Patutomi, or Agbakoba. They don't have human capital. Awolowo has the brain. It is not crude oil. It is not waterways that make a nation great. It is the human capital, the brain power. That was why Awolowo gave us free education. Because our parents were free education, not in part lori. Our not sharing part lori. Ziko fún àwọn Igbo ní education. That's why àwọn Igbo ṣe crime everywhere. Let me not take time to read your. So, Mr. Anthony, this is something that unfortunately the Yoruba Libra don't understand what we've put. If you want us to disgrace Igbo, and if I make a statement around it, I believe that Buhari will impact it. Buhari should just make a public address. It should be truthful and says that the Igbo nations includes, it should go and bring Zik 1949 speech, State of the Union Address 1949, which we have circulated. There are 20 Igbo prophecies. And all these Igbo prophecies was well detailed in Zik's speech of 1949. And all these prophecies have been included in the 5 Igbo states: Imo State, Anambra State, Ebonyi State, Enugu State, and Anambra, Enugu, Ebonyi, Imo, Abia State. These 5 states are Igbo states. There is Igbo land in Delta as well. Aniocha. Igbo have a space in rivers as well. Ikwere. Ikwere people like this man, the governor of Rivers State, Wike, they don't just like Igbo. But these Ikwere people, they are not an ethnic group. It's a tribe of the Igbo. This is a fact. We don't have to lie. If Buhari want to fuck up Igbo nation, he should just address and say that we will get you referendum. If you want to leave, you are. They will become the Lesotho of Nigeria. I'm telling you, you will see that the entire Igbo nation will vote against the referendum. So all this noise about Biafra, we can put a pay to it. We can actually address it. Because these guys are constituting nuisance. They don't want Nigeria to break. It is we Yoruba who actually desire the dissolution of Nigeria. If Buhari should offer Igbo-speaking state and local government in Nigeria and say, have your Indibo Republic, they will reject it. You will shame them. All this noise from Nnamdi Kanu will come down, and the federal government will not speak. Other than that, now you will see that all the Igbo leaders will now be saying, we have investment all across Nigeria. We believe in one Nigeria. We don't want to break. They will start attacking Nnamdi Kanu. If Nnamdi Kanu should speak nonsense and say, we will reject it because the Biafra we want is Edo land, is this and that, Buhari will keep quiet. It will be the governor of Edo that will arrest the public. And the Edo youth say, we are Edo people, we are not Igbo. The Ijaw youth will address the public too. Urobo youth will address the public. Efik youth will address the public. Igbo people will be shamed. They will shut up for the rest of their life. They don't want that of Nigeria. It's just that the federal government that is led by minority Fulani, they are still taking instruction from the irresponsible English government in Westminster. It is the government in Westminster that is constituting nuisance across Nigeria because they are stealing the wealth of the Yoruba people. Imagine if Buhari should address the Igbo. There is nothing in Igbo land. There is nothing Igbo is contributing to Nigeria. You know why Buhari will never do that? Because of the fear. The moment he says that, the Kanuri people will say they want out. Ijaw people will request for the same right. Yoruba people will want the same right. That is the reason why Buhari will never do that. Imagine if Tinubu is the president of Nigeria, he will offer the Igbo nation Indibo Republic. And that is when Yoruba, you will know that Igbo are shithead. Igbo are nobody, nothing. They have got nothing. They will bow down for you like slaves. Igbo will say they are not going again. Igbo is landlocked. They have nothing. Human capital, they don't. Have you ever seen any Igbo doctors, engineers, lecturers, scientists working in Yoruba land? No. It is their common criminals that you see. Illiterate people selling spare parts. These are people you see, people selling gala on our street. Where are their scientists? Where are their doctors? Where are their engineers? It is illiterate people that you see. They lack human capital. Unfortunately, only Tinubu as the president of Nigeria can offer Igbo a clean ticket to get out of Nigeria. If Buhari does that, there will be ripple effects. The Yoruba will want out. Kanuri people will want out. You understand? Ijaw people will want out. Efik people will want out. That is the only reason why Buhari will not offer Igbo that ticket. And let me address the stupid Yoruba Muslims. I'm doing research on you. I've done it before. I know you and the Yoruba Pentecostal Christian. All of you, my classmate, Prince Raji, he may be watching me. I always attacked him. He's so silly in his thinking. He wants Buhari to go and kill Igbo people. He's very stupid. He wants Buhari to go. Why should you kill anybody? The UK that created Nigeria, they have referendum in their country. So everybody should have the right to referendum. So the Yoruba Muslim, I noticed them. When Ahmed Gulak was assassinated by the Igbo, the Yoruba Muslim were encouraging Fulani to go to Igbo land and kill them. You're foolish because of religion of Islam, idiots. They were saying Fulani should go and kill. Why should the Fulani kill anybody to remain in Nigeria? Why should we do that? The reality is that there is nothing in Igbo land, believe you me. The only thing is that if Buhari should offer Igbo the right to get out of Nigeria, there will be ripple effect, and he doesn't want that. That's the only reason why he's holding on to that. You are very right, rough and rugged. Igbo can never develop alone. Igbo lack human capital. You guys don't see Igbo. Look at Yoruba land. This is what I've been looking for. Where are their scientists? Igbo scientists helping to shape Yoruba land. Where are their doctors? They have quack doctors. Where are their teachers in mathematics, in science, in biology, in chemistry, helping to educate our children in Yoruba land? Where are their agriculturists? Where are their physicists? No, they don't have. It is their common criminals that you see across Yoruba land every now, doing containerized economy, as Tinubu puts it. Igbo can't develop on their own. This agitation for Biafra must be put to pay. What Buhari needs to do, he won't do it. Because we need to address this issue of Biafra. And you have to ask the youth of Edo land, of Urobo land, to make a joint statement or separate statement, giving clear warning to Nnamdi Kanu of IPOB, never to include their space as part of Biafra. That is when you will see that there will be peace. There will be peace in the country. It is all of these things that are happening. I don't like the fact that Yoruba children, because I have kids, the only thing our children have been exposed to is gun, killings. They just see all manners of dead bodies on WhatsApp. It is Igbo who are circulating all of these nonsense things. Let this thing be limited to their own children, to their own space. Let us be realistic. Bawa is saying something. I know Bawa is you must be, I don't know whether you are Fulani. You say, give Igbo 5 states. This no take over Yoruba. No. Igbo is not 5 states. You have to be honest. Igbo is Anambra State, Enugu State, Ebonyi State, Abia State, and Imo State. There are some areas, local government in Delta State, that are also Igbo speaking local government. There are some local government in River State that are also Igbo local government. This must be part of the Indibo Republic. Give them this. They will shut up forever. Like I was saying, it's very easy. It is politicians that are causing all this killing. The politicians should impress it on Urobo youth. They have youth council. Efik youth, not even their political leaders. The youth will have to speak in public and direct their speech to Nnamdi Kanu of IPOB that he should never include their space as part of his Biafra, because they are not Igbo. Igbo will be disgraced. They're just horrible people, I'm telling you. Yeah, you're right, Mr. Kazim. That is the only thing. Igbo will say they develop. They lack human capital. They are not industrious. You don't know the definition of a nation being industrious. Igbo are not industrious. If they are, everybody will want to go and live in Igbo land. Look at how their spaces. I'm serious, and I'm going to crack it. We will crack it. We need to stop this protest by Igbo everywhere in Nigeria. We cannot live our life by protest. We need to develop our space. Igbo needs to stop this nonsense that they are doing. They can go on to their own region and protest. Unfortunately, Buhari will not do the right thing. There is need for devolution of power to the regions. That is when you can shame Igbo. They are the one instigating all the anarchy in Nigeria. They are the one instigating all the trouble. The federal government should speak to the youths in Niger Delta to speak as individual groups or as collective to reject outrightly the Igbo attempt to take their land. Simple. The federal government can do it. You are politicians. You just need to fund the guys. Before you know it, will be all over the news. They will be outside. And then we can box Igbo to their own region. You see the fake news that was going on, saying that there are 40 million people using Twitter. We got hold of that. The people using Twitter in Nigeria not up to 2 million. You can imagine saying that 40 million people using Twitter. It is Igbo that are always coming up with that fake news. Yeah, you're right. You're right, rough and rugged. The Igbo who are into pharmaceutical business in Yoruba land, they are not graduates. They did not study pharmacies. But they are dispensing drug. Quack, illiterates. Igbo don't have human capital, guys. That is the brain people use to develop their. Igbo are not industrious. And I've been saying, I think a school in Igbo land will give me an honorary PhD on Igbo matter because I know those guys very well. No, Austin, Nenos, thank you very much. You said to me to address President Buhari and advise him to give Igbo nation referendum. It won't. It won't, because there will be ripple effects. The moment is offering Igbo that, Kanuri people have always wanted that. Kanuri people have always wanted it. What Buhari is got two options. Buhari can devolve power. You know, when we change it, everybody keeps talking about restructuring. We realize that the power we're asking from the federal government, we're actually taking by Agui Rosin in 1960 and put it in the hand of the federal government. We're asking for that power back to the region. That was why we came up with the concept of devolution of power. Is Buhari going to devolve power? No, because it doesn't pay its Fulani people. If he devolves power back to the region, it means that the Yoruba will control the customs, the waterways in Lagos. The Yoruba will control our crude oil. And Fulani don't want this. So this way, he will not do that. Only a Yoruba can devolve power to the region. And we said something to Fulani: if you are smart and reasonable, if there is devolution of power to the regions, you will not obviously be able to control the waterways in Lagos. We will control our waterways, but you can still make money. Now, this is how they will make money. They will build dry port. You know, when I said that, that was when El-Rufai started building that dry port. You build dry port in Kano, Kaduna. So the goods and services that are coming through the Yoruba waterways, going to Niger Republic, Mali, Chad Republic, you, Hausa Fulani, you will clear those goods and go and drop them in your dry port in Kano, Kaduna. So you will pay Yoruba 100 naira for clearing the port and your goods from our port. Then you will station those goods in your dry port and ask Nigerians, Chadians, Malians to come and clear their goods from your dry port. You will charge them 150 naira. So you are making 50 naira profit. You paid Yoruba 100 naira. You charge these people 150 naira. You make 50 naira profit. This way, everybody is good. But the Fulani are not, they are still very stupid because they are being dictated to by the irresponsible English politicians. That's why Buhari will not devolve power. But if they devolve power, they will continue to make money. But where we go to war, they will lose totally. So if Buhari is smart, which I have my doubt, there will be devolution of power back to the regions. And that way, we can shut out the Igbo noise forever. And I will appeal, rather than appeal to Buhari, I think we should appeal to the youth. My friends are in Ijaw Youth Council, but they are very unstable people. I think they drink a lot of ogogoro a lot. And Ricky, I'm talking to you because you disturb me a lot. The Ijaw Youth Council, a lot of you consume ogogoro a lot. I think you should allow brilliant youth to lead your organization. Today, you will contact me and say to me that you are not working with Igbo. Tomorrow, maybe after you had some ogogoro, you will call me and say, oh, I should stop attacking Igbo. So you are very confused. But I will appeal to you, notwithstanding. You need to come out and address these things. Stop being irresponsible. Jump from here to there, jump from there to there. I've worked with you extensively, but it's been a long time anyway. We do our own separately now. So it is good for the youth of Edo, of Urobo, of Ijaw, of Efik Ibibio to actually come out and make what press statements. They should define their territory. They should define their culture, the norms and value system that they hold there, and separate themselves from the nonsense Nnamdi Kanu is doing. Igbo will be shut out forever. So that's why we won't be able to talk to Mr. Buhari. Oh, Anthony Nikade, you said you are Ijaw. You know, I have a lot of my friends who are Ijaw, but it's been a long time that we worked together. It's been a long time, but when we worked together, they were very fantastic people. But I think you guys should be able to do something and speak around this issue. But you guys are not very stable. I have to be honest with you. This is one thing I do very well. I speak nothing but the truth. You guys, you're not stable. Today you're confused. Tomorrow you are doing another thing. We all don't like the way Nigeria it is. But the best solution for the country is devolution of power. So if you guys can address the issue around Igbo trying to appropriate your homeland, your heritage, I think we can have some relative peace of mind in Nigeria, because you guys need to speak. And then I know this wounded civilian who is an Edo guy, he does something. I think he should do it in a more professional manner. He should speak up. He should speak with his group, with Igbo, I said Igbo, with Bini people. They should speak up and say that they are not part of Biafra, and they should make it public. So you, a judge, should do the same thing, because we need to stop this nonsense that the Igbo people are doing. They're just constituting nuisance. We wake up every day in Nigeria, it is killing, 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 killing. There's no stability. There's no progress. This is the nature of the Igbo. Instability is in their nature. That's why they are doing crime. Everywhere across the world, in South Africa, in Ghana, in Togo, in Benin Republic, in Kenya, in India, in Malaysia, in Singapore, Igbo are into crimes. Everything about them is instability. So Buhari cannot be threatening to kill them. No, that won't solve it. Buhari should at least devolve power to the regions. So let the Igbo face their problem with their government. So Yoruba will not be involved in that. Yoruba will not be protesting every now and then. If we have devolution of power, then we will be looking up to our prime minister to do the right thing. Nobody will bother about Buhari. Nobody will bother about the presidency at the center. But Fulani don't want to do that. Fulani don't want to do that. Yeah, you're right, Orumila. You said Northern Coalition. They have their own peculiarity. Hausa, Fulani, and Igbo actually, they desire the same thing. This is the reality we have to. Both of them believe that they cannot do without crude oil and waterways. It is because they are not brilliant people. They lack human capital. That is their major problem. If they do, they know that the greatest resources God has endowed every nation with is the brain power. That's why you will see Hausa Fulani, they come out and say Northern Coalition. There's nothing that is called Northern region. No. Hausa Fulani is different from Kanuri. Kanuri people are different from the ethnic groups in the Middle Belt. It is this imaginary nonsense that the Hausa Fulani and Igbo are doing. That's why the Igbo are shouting Biafra, Hausa Fulani are calling Northerners. There's nothing like Northerners. And these people, it is for their own self-interest. Fulani will continue to hold on to that identity of Northerners. Kanuri people want to be on their own. That's why Boko Haram is fighting. You actually need a full-blooded Yoruba in the person of Tinubu as the president of Nigeria to solve this problem. Buhari won't solve it, because the English will be telling him that if you give power back to the region, you are fucked, because Yoruba will control the crude oil and the waterways. And that is not true. If we go back to regional government, all of us will agree what is the percentage of our resources that we will contribute to the central government. Me and Wawa, we are subscribed to only 10%. Even at that, the Yoruba will still be the greatest contributor to the running of the federal government. So there's nothing like Northerners. It's all part of the nonsense that the Hausa, Fulani, and Igbo are doing. Nigeria is a very simple place to govern. It's just that the Igbo don't want regional government, Hausa, Fulani don't want regional government. What both of them want is what we are practicing now: anarchy, insecurity, trouble. And they are doing it deliberately because Hausa, Fulani don't want to grow. Igbo don't want to grow. But we Yoruba, we desire to grow. So they are bringing us down because of the instability they are causing. That's what is happening in Nigeria is what the Igbo and Fulani want. For disorganization, trouble, crisis, killings every day and night, every year, every day. That's what they want. That's not what we want as Yoruba people. We just want to live peacefully, develop our space, nurture our children, get old and die, and hand over the civilization to the next generation. Fulani just want anarchy. That's why they continue to say Northerners, Northerners, not. There is nothing like Northerner. There is no monolithic North. The North is not one. That's why the Igbo are also saying Southerner and Southerner. It's all bullshit. That is why we encourage you. We need to put Tinubu as president of Nigeria. So the North that says, if Igbo want to go, let them go. No, folks, we're teaching you simple thing. No, that's all bullshit. The moment the Igbo people get out of Nigeria, the country will break. Fulani don't want that. Fulani want to continue to be the president of Nigeria. Fulani want to continue to be the one controlling the military. Fulani want to continue to control the police. Fulani want to continue to control all the crude oil, all the waterways, everything in Nigeria. Igbo want one thing, to share power with Fulani. That's what they want in reality. So a generation of Yoruba will come. It happens. One generation is different from the others. I'm actually reading about my family history because I'll tell you how it happened. One of our members of advisory council, we're working on a project together, and I actually have to read up. And I was reading about Okakuku, and I read how the English supported my grandfather when some part of Akoko, the Asin, wanted to divide Akoko and be ruling. So my grandfather was able to provide evidence that we came from Ile-Ife. The Asin people were trying to also do the same thing. And the English were called, the English colonial officer, and said that my grandfather is the legitimate king. You understand? So at that point in time, the English expected my grandfather to support the colonial officer. But my grandfather said, no, you got to go. He was part of Awolowo's movement of action group. And because of that, the English colonial government were paying the king stipend. They stopped paying my grandfather's stipend. When I read it, I was shivering because I knew that I have some of his blood in me. So he was insisting that the English had to go, regardless of the fact that they helped him. But he maintained that he had to go back to their country. And he made a statement, he was asking Yoruba that they must vote for Awolowo at that time. But our generation, we're doing similar things now, trying to safeguard the interests and welfare of the Yoruba nation. This is a very interesting thing about my own family history. And I read it and I was like, wow, no wonder I do some of these things that I do. But you see, folks, it's easy to govern Nigeria. What you said about the North, they don't mean it. They're not saying if the Igbo want to go, let them go. No, the moment a part of Nigeria leaves, the rest is going to crumble. That is not the desire of the Fulani. In truth, the solution to Nigeria problem is devolution of power. Let each nation within Nigeria have their own prime minister to control their space. Still, Fulani don't want that. Igbo don't want that. What they want is what is happening now. Is it what happened in America for people to be killing each other every day? Look at the rate at which we're killing each other every day. Tomorrow they are going to bring out another killings. It could happen in Boko Haram, Kanuri, it could be in Yoruba land, or it could be in Edo land, it could be in Igbo land. Is that how the things happen in America? Is that the case in China? Is that the case in Japan? Is that the case in England? People just killing each other every day. This is what Igbo and Fulani want. But we Yoruba don't want it. They just want that. You think, sit down to think. Why is this? Because Igbo and Fulani don't want the power to be in the hands of Yoruba. They want the continuation of this unitary system. If the Yoruba said, okay, we give up, let's continue with unitary system. Oh, Fulani, continue to rule us forever. Everything will die down. They know that Yoruba also want to take that power. That's why you have problems. Okay, Anthony, you said Biafra can't come to Baisa. They tried coming through Asari and was chased out. Today, Asari has been suspended from Eastern Nation. Look, I know Asari Dokubo. Personally, if I come to Nigeria today, I think he will accommodate me in his home. And I think he have huge respect for me. But I am disappointed in him because, like I said, the Ijaw people are not stable mentally because you guys drink Ogogoro too much. Today is with Nnamdi Kanu, tomorrow is fighting him. So no one takes you serious. You are Ijaw. It is not by the color of your skin that makes you one or the same with the Igbo. You are not the same. You have your own culture, you have your own language, you have your own traditions, you have your own norms and values, completely distinct from that of the Igbo. But because you guys are not stable, Ijaw people, that's the problem you have. And you guys need to be stable. So Asari Dokubo is a huge disappointment. But he's been doing this for a long time, but maybe got confused because things are not really working. But if you, Ijaw, will key in to support Tinubu, you guys want to control your resources. You call it resource control. But there's nothing like that. We call it devolution of power. Nothing like resource control anymore. Nothing like restructuring. Devolution of power, meaning that the power of the federal government will be limited to 7 functions: printing of money, international trade, foreign policy, immigration, and few others. The remaining responsibilities will then be devolved to each of the region. Like, for instance, transportation will be devolved to the region. So we will build our railway in Yoruba-land. You, Ijaw, if you are a region or you are under South-South region, you will build your own railway. But where we want to join the railway together from Yoruba-land to South-South, it will be the intervention of the federal government. Who can approve that? These are some of the things you guys need to do. Sometimes you will join with Igbo. You will do all manners of things. The next few days, you are against Igbo. Nobody will take you seriously. Nobody will take you seriously. So that's my view, Mr. Anthony. But it's a news that you are telling us that Asari has been suspended. And let me say something to you about Asari. I have this problem. It is what I campaign against. At a particular point in time, we were trying to formulate a policy and impress it on the president of Yoruba-land, Alafia Fayo, that the office of Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò should not be for eternity until the person dies. It should be maximum of 15 years. Then you appoint another person, because if you sit on a particular position forever, when you are not a king, you will be compromised. I have struggled as the president of YYF to give up this role, because part of our terms is that anybody that must be president must be under 35 years, and I'm older than 35. So, but because we find ourselves in a very peculiar situation, because our project is ending 2023. If we can bring home the PACOM and ensure Tinubu becomes president, then I'll resign. Because if I sit down as president of YYF for too long, I will be compromised. Look at the pressure the police are putting on me. They've offered me a lot of things, but I do not wish to compromise, because my grandfather had never compromised. And my mother too, when she was the president of Nubife, she didn't compromise. So I don't want to compromise. I just want to do what I needed to do. So, like Asari Dokubo, now, it shouldn't be speaking for the Ijaw nation. It should be fresh mind, new intelligent guy. Maybe he's going to be there for 5 years and he does his term and hands it over to someone else. That's saying you keep a movement. Like if we have a new president of YYF now, he might not be an economist, so he's going to have a different style. He's going to have a different way, but the terms of reference is there. We are a conservative movement, and that will be maintained. But you will always need people with fresh mind, people with fresh ideas. This is how you sustain a movement. This is how you make nations great. For instance, if Tinubu is the president of Nigeria from 2023, he does his 8 terms. We don't want him to get involved in the politics of Yoruba land. He has done his term and let another fresh young mind move on. This is the reason why America is great. This is the reason why England is so great. Look at David Cameron. He's done his term. He's moved on. He's no longer getting involved in politics of this country. He just sits down like a commoner. And this is something we should encourage. In Huawei, for instance, we have a lot of brilliant folks, intelligent, but initially we were worried about exposing them because of the nature of politics in Nigeria. All you talk about is to kill people who are speaking the truth. And we needed to protect these guys who have very brilliant minds. So, but now, if we are able to get the presidency in 2023, and then people like us will have to move on to a higher responsibility. So it is something that you guys should look at in Ijaw Youth Council. I know the guy that used to be your president, and I know the guy that are still in the trenches, still fighting with Tombolo. You guys should have brought out new set of young mind, well-educated folks who will be speaking for you. And you, all the other ones that have done it since Yaradua's day, you guys ought to have retired and move on. That is one thing we black people don't do. We just want to sit on a particular position and dominate, control everybody. Things will not work well. Things will not work well. I'm telling you. Okay, you said you never. Okay, Mr. Anthony, I don't want to get involved with this Ijaw matter. They need to understand that Ijaw nation and Igbo nation have different DNA. Yeah. Most of the Ijaw youths are against Asari Dokubo. Maybe now. I know them. I know these Ijaw youths. They speak from both of their mouths. Yeah. Kola, I'm not leaving Huawei presidency for now until the job is done. And I hope and I pray God is going to be with us. We would get the job done 2023. We will get the job done. Okay, I get you. Now let's see. So, okay, Mr. Ayemi, let me read some of it. Yeah, that's another thing that you said, Mr. Yomi. Another thing that he pointed out is that the concern of the Igbo, if we go back to regional government, it has happened in the past. And I will have to be frank with you, it will happen again. There will be restriction to their movement if we go back to regional government. But you can't blame anybody. That's what every nation does. I was discussing with a lady. She works with First Bank in Yoruba land. She's a Yoruba lady in Lagos. She rented 3-bedroom flats with 6 other people, including Igbo, a Yoruba girl in Yoruba land, working in the bank. She cannot afford a roof over her head. She's cutting with 6 other people, including foreigners in Yoruba land like Igbo. And I said to her, this is the kind of life we live in England. When we got to England initially, we were living in 1-room apartments because it is not our country. We have to start as fresh. How can a Yoruba lady in Lagos, Yoruba land, be living like a foreigner? It is not good. That is because of the mass migration of the Igbo into our space. If we go back to regional government, Igbo will not participate in the election in Yoruba. This is what they don't want. If we go back to regional government, Igbo won't take over our markets. This is what they don't want. If we go back to regional government, Igbo will not be able to have free movement into Yoruba land because we're going to have control over our police and over our military. This is what they don't want. And you don't blame them. You can't blame them. They are protecting their personal interests. So that's why we will continue to kill ourselves in Nigeria. Because we Yoruba want to protect our own interests too. The major problem of Nigeria is Igbo and Fulani who lack human capital. Brain is very important, guys. Don't let anybody pretend to you. We have to think like the Caucasians and the English. Anybody that is brilliant, you don't kill them. They are the people that will make your homeland great. Push them up. Nnamdi Kanu is not brilliant. That is, Nnamdi Kanu cannot speak an articulate policy on how to make Igbo land great. No. I do not usually listen to him, but there are occasions that I've listened to him. I don't get any information. I can't. Nnamdi Kanu cannot be speaking and for me to be making jottings of ideas. He doesn't have it. He doesn't. He just runs and talks shit. Nonsense. He was the one who says that anybody that tied 3 rapa na Igbo. He doesn't have a clue. You don't kill people with brilliant mind. You safeguard their interests and welfare, so you use them for the growth of your nation. So you're right, Mr. Yomi. Igbo don't want a return to regional government because they will not have free access to Yoruba. Why is it that, see, by the time this problem continues, this killing that is going on, it has been on for like forever in Nigeria. It will not stop until Tinubu becomes president, unless Buhari will change the course of history for good and devolve power to the regions. Igbo would rather have 36 states as the federating unit. They don't want all Yoruba states to be a block. So Igbo want 36 states to be the region. You know why? So that they can go to any state. But if all the states should be a region, it will be a uniform policy. If we have a prime minister, he says that the Igbo cannot come in, they can't come in. But where we have states, Lagos State can say, okay, Igbo can't come in, but they can come into Ogun State. And the moment they are in Ogun State, they are almost there in Lagos. If we have state as federating unit, we will not have uniform policy. Look at Lagos State now. Look at the sophistication of their transportation. Do we have that across Yoruba? No, because we are divided into states. Look at the kind of health care Lagos State is providing. Do we have that across Yoruba? No, because we are not a region. Do you understand? So Igbo, you're right, very correct, Mr. Yomi. Igbo are against a return to regional government because they will not have free movement into the Yoruba region. So it is our greediness that will continue to cause war. This killing that is going on in Nigeria, I think is going to go on until Tinubu becomes president. And let us be frank, Igbo don't want Tinubu to be president. Fulani don't want Tinubu to be president. Half Yoruba don't want Tinubu to be president. The government in England don't want Tinubu to be president. Tinubu hasn't declared. Tinubu is not bold to speak out now because he is still lobbying to get the clearance of the United States of America. And the moment that clearance is given, that is when Tinubu will be drastic in his speech. He will make speeches. He will speak boldly. But when that clearance is not available, it will be very difficult. So the Igbo, you can't blame the Igbo alone. Igbo and Fulani desire the same thing. They want everything that is going on in Nigeria now. That is, it gives joy to the Igbo. That you should see their nature. If they are killing every day, Igbo are very happy. They don't want to grow the economy of their country. They don't want to make it great. One thing that really baffles me is the drainage. Believe me, people can, the drainage system in Yoruba land. I don't understand why we can't get it. I don't understand. It baffles me. And sometimes I go outside of my street to observe, and I will walk just observing the drainage system. I don't know how we build roads and we will not cover the drainage. It will be open gutter. And when you are just there, ìdọ̀tí máa wà ńbẹ̀. Any problem with ordinary drainage. We can't crack drainage system. And it's about Kawi. You're right. Let me see what Mr. Yomi is saying. Asari is getting it all wrong. In one of his shows, he said they need the Igbo collaboration in order to confront the federal government for their Biafra, and later helped out because the Ijaw cannot fight the federal government alone, according to him. But will the Igbo let you go after Lepi? So the problem of Asari Dokubo is that he speaks as an individual most of the time. It doesn't have the collectivities of the Ijaw people. He said, oh, my mother's side is Igbo. Sometimes he's just talking nonsense most of the time. So I don't think he should be speaking. He's been great in the past, but I think he should now relieve and allow young guys who are Ijaw to think for the nation. I think he considers what is going on as a joke. They are not very committed. They are not very serious, including Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu sees all of this as a joke. Nnamdi Kanu doesn't desire Biafra. Did you notice that when the Igbo realized that in the rate at which Sunday Igboho was going, we might get Oduduwa Republic, they quickly come up with propaganda saying all manners of things about Oduduwa Republic. They are very afraid. What is going on now is the desire of the Igbo and the Fulani. Anarchy, insecurity, killing, violence. It makes Igbo people happy. Disorganization, that is where they get their pride from. Yeah, they're kidnapping us. That's what they do. They will insult the Yoruba. That, like I've said several times, that if you look at Igbo land today, Anambra State, Ebonyi State, Imo State, Enugu State, Abia State, plus the annual share part of Delta, Ikwere, and Ogba. I have a friend who is the prince from Ogba. He doesn't agree with me that Ogba is Igbo land, so I might be wrong. If you look at all this area, there's nothing that you can destroy in all of this Igbo space that will have a negative impact on the Yoruba nation. There's nothing. Absolutely nothing. So there's no wealth in Igbo land. It's the same thing with Hausa and Fulani. Sokoto, Kano, Kaduna, Katsina, Zamfara, Kebbi, and Jigawa states. These are Hausa and Fulani speaking states. Look at the states. Shut down all of these states. Nigeria will continue to survive. There will be nothing that will have any negative impact on Yoruba. Yoruba, we do not rely on Igbo or Hausa Fulani. There's nothing there. That's why I keep using this analogy. Rich people control poor people. It is not the other way around, for poor people to control rich people. Igbo and Hausa Fulani are poor people. There's nothing in their region. There's no money, there's no wealth there. Look, all the wealth in Igbo land is not enough to pay their kings. Although they don't have king, they call them Eze or Obi. If you tax people in Igbo land, they cannot use the wealth there to build any noticeable infrastructure. They are poor. It is the same thing in Hausa Fulani land. There's so much things that we need to understand as Yoruba people so that we can make reasonable decisions or suggestions. Reasonable decision. There's nothing in Hausa land. Look at it yourself. What can you do? Bring about destruction to Hausa land that will have an impact on Yoruba. There's nothing. Absolutely. Ṣé tẹ́ bá ba ilẹ̀ Hausa jẹ́, ṣé kò ní sí normal ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni? ṣé tẹ́ bá bà ilẹ̀ Ìgbò jẹ́ ṣé àní rí salary san mọ́ ni kò sí yẹn àwọn méjèèjì torí pé Yorùbá ló lówó Nàìjíríà náà ṣe fẹ́ kí system yẹn dá system tán fẹ́ là ń lò yìí kẹ́nìkan jẹ́ president kó ló jẹ́ pé òun ló máa fún wa níná òun ló máa fún wa lómi òun ló máa fún wa ní títì òun ló máa ṣe healthcare fún wa òun ló máa fún wa railway tí gbogbo wa máa pàtẹ́wọ́ system tán fẹ́ nìyẹn why tán ṣe fẹ́ láti keep Yorùbá down owó tó wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ó máa turn Yorùbá máa better England English knows this that is why even the government in England they don't want Nigeria to embrace devolution of power and they are using devolution of power in their country. So as a Yoruba person, nǹkan tí jẹ́ kẹ́ fi wò nìyẹn. Igbo àti Hausa the same thing ni wọ́n. Nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí, killings tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀, ó máa continue ní ọ̀tí tí Yorùbá gbàgbára. Kò sí nǹkan tẹ́ lè ṣe sí. Ẹni tó ń dẹ̀ ràn fún Yorùbá ni Tinubu. Tí Tinubu bá lobby America, tí Joe Biden signal pé okay ìwọ ni. Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè ń gbọ́. Tí Joe Biden bá sọ fún Tinubu pé ìwọ ló kàn, Tinubu máa sọ fún àwọn Fúlàní pé kán máa wá sílẹ̀ Yorùbá mọ́. Tí Tinubu bá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ń sìn, tí Joe Biden ò clear ẹ̀, kò ní rí tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì APC gbà. Ẹ sọ nǹkan tí mo sọ yìí, ẹ kọ sílẹ̀. Níjọ́ tí Tinubu bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ boldly, tó ń change policy federal government, America ti approve ẹ̀ pé òun ló máa jẹ president yìí. Without that, kò ní sọ̀rọ̀, ó máa wò ní. Àwọn Libra dẹ̀ deliberately pààyàn, wọ́n fẹ́ kó sọ̀rọ̀, kán má bàa fún tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì. Tinubu mọ game yẹn. Yeah, you are right, Mr. Aina. All of these people, ṣé tó rí wọn tó máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ Dara talk show, gbogbo wọn á dẹ̀ jókòó. Wọn kì í, wọ́n rò bóyá gbogbo èèyàn tó ń wo àwọn lọ́dẹ̀. Wọn ò ní nǹkan kan lágbárí wọn tó máa ń sọ. Wọ́n ti sọ tán, wọ́n á tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí o. Wọ́n PDP ló ń control wọn. Wọ́n á tún bẹ̀rẹ̀, wọ́n á tún pààyàn lọ, wọ́n á tún gbé gbogbo ẹ̀ wá. Kò pay wa káwọn ọmọ wa, àwọn àgbàlagbà lè rí kí àwọn ọmọ wa máa rí pé wọ́n ti gorí èèyàn nísìnyí, wọ́n ti la orí ẹ̀ dé gbogbo ẹ̀. Ja outright war ní ojú ogun tí war bá ṣẹlẹ̀ Nàìjíríà, lè máa rí kán gé èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn o. Wọ́n máa fi ìbọn pààyàn ní. Ibi tí wọ́n bá pa sí náà máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ̀ sí ẹ̀ tí ẹ̀ ní rí tí tógun yẹn máa fi resolve. Gbogbo wọn bọ́n ṣe máa jókòó sórí Facebook, Dara talk show, Season AY, Mayegun wèrè. Ọmọ idiot ni bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn Ọlọ́run ló mọ̀. Wọ́n ní ó rí pé bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn máa ń sick ni because àwọn Igbo ń threaten ẹ̀ gan náà. Ó ti make owó lórí àwọn Igbo gan. Facebook ẹ̀ ó ti commercialize ẹ̀, YouTube ẹ̀ ó ń pa ṣége owó lórí ẹ̀. Mọ̀ pé àwọn Igbo ń jókòó wọn wò, wọ́n sanwó advert fún. But àwọn family ìyàwó ẹ̀ ló fi ń gbé lọ sọ́lùdé kò fi ṣe nǹkan kan fún àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀gán tó wà Nàìjíríà. But àwọn Igbo ti fún lówó, wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ gbogbo tán ti lè payé ẹ̀jẹ̀. Wọ́n mọ gbogbo family ẹ̀, ọmọ gbogbo ẹ̀. Tó bá gbé mú tó bá sòṣì ọ̀rọ̀ tí ò bá fẹ́ bá wọn ṣe mọ́, wọ́n lè yanjú ẹ̀, wọ́n lè pa ẹbí ẹ̀ because ó ti béṣù jẹun, ó ti bá àwọn ọmọ Igbo ṣe. So torí ẹ̀ ló ṣe máa ń look agad. Ó make silly money lórí YouTube ẹ̀ tó máa ń ṣe ẹ̀. Ó make ìyẹn Mayegun ni o. So gbogbo wọn á kàn wá sọ̀sọ́kùsọ, wọn á kàn dalẹ̀ rúgbùrù, wọ́n á tún relax. Àwọn tó ń control àwọn PDP, wọ́n sọ fún wọn pé dákẹ́ o. Wọ́n tún sọ fún wọn pé gbogbo yẹn jáde, gbogbo wọn tún jáde, wọ́n tún sòṣì ọ̀rọ̀ lọ gbùrù. It's all bullshit. Mr. Yembu, Lagos Islands boy. Yeah, and it's the propaganda. And Sanwo-Olu never said that Lagos is not part of Yoruba land or Lagos will not be part of it. No, Igbo people were saying that because they were worried that if Yoruba should get out of Nigeria, it is finished for them. That's the power you have, Yoruba. Agbára tẹ níní ẹ kí n switch ẹ sí Yoruba torí wọ́n máa ń sọ kí n máa sọ Yoruba gan. Agbára tẹ níní ẹ kò sí anything nílẹ̀ Hausa, kò sí anything nílẹ̀ Igbo. Àwọn méjì poor. Àwọn méjì ó yẹ ká máa rule wọn ni. Tá bá shut down Èkó lé ní, Taba shut down Èkó, ilẹ̀ Hausa ní kẹ́ lọ wò lọ́la àti ilẹ̀ Igbo tí wọ́n ti bàjẹ́ nìyẹn. They don't have anything. Wọ́n kàn fi wá sí. So nǹkan tí mo kàn sọ dé ni pé ẹ ti rí Professor Banji Akintoye ti sá lọ, ẹ̀rù bà á nígbà táwọn Igbo pa Ahmed Gulag yẹn sí Imo. Ó sáré sọ, ẹni tó ń pariwo pé àwọn fẹ́ gbòdùdúwà Republican, ó sáré sọ pé àwọn ò bá Igbo ṣe. Gbogbo èèyàn dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé àwọn Professor Banji Akintoye gbogbo àwọn ló jọ ń bá Igbo ṣe. Bọ̀bọ́ yìí tó ní Nnamdi tó ń purọ́ pé òun wà ní tó ń ṣe kíní rádà tó ń ṣe Lower Niger Congress. Ṣèbí Igbo ni àwọn IPOB wọ́n fún Professor Banji Akintoye lówó náà, àwọn Nnamdi Kanu wọ́n fún. Ìgbà kan pa máa yẹn àwọn èèyàn sáré sọ fún pé àwọn máa arrest ẹ, but apá Buhari gan ò gbé, ó kàn déédéé máa arrest everybody báyìí, but máa ẹ sá lọ ẹni tó fẹ́ fún yín l'Odùduwà Republic yẹn. Ó jáde ànú ni náà, ṣe bó ṣe interview kan rí sẹ́ńtì ó láwọn lọ bá anybody judge wá bá wọn l'Amẹ́ríkà, báwọn sọ pé kó fi Tinubu lẹ̀, but they judge is PDP. So PDP ni Professor Banji Akintoye kì í dẹ̀ ṣe full blooded Yorùbá. Àwọn tí ò kì í ṣe, a ní kí ní tá à ń ṣe lórí wọn, a ní research lórí wọn. À ń ṣe àwọn tó jẹ́ half Yorùbá ẹ̀, àwọn tó jẹ́ àti ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ lórí àwọn tó jẹ́ celebrities tí ò ṣe Yorùbá àtàwọn tó jẹ́ actors yẹn à ń ṣe. So ẹ̀yin náà ti rí ń sìn báyìí, gbogbo ariwo tó máa ń pa pé a kò ní selection, gbogbo ariwo tó máa ń pa pé a fẹ́ presidency, ẹ ṣe sọ pé nígbà tí wọ́n wá pa wá ní Ìgangan, ẹ ṣe sọ pé àwọn idiot yẹn kó lọ wá àwọn tó pa wá, káwọn náà dàbọn bò wọ́n. A tún gbọ́ oríṣiríṣi fake news, wọ́n náà pa Fúlàní ń bẹ̀. Propaganda ni wọn ò pa Fúlàní. Gbogbo àtàn kọ́kọ́ gbé fídíò yẹn jáde for like 3 days, wọn ni wọ́n pa èèyàn kan, wọn ni wọ́n rí èèyàn kan pa. Wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá ń sọ pé SSG Ọ̀yọ́ State ó wá ń purọ́ fún yín lórí news. Kò sí kankan tán pa, gbogbo wọn ló escape nítorí pé àwọn PDP ló ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn, Ọbásanjọ́ ló ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn. A ti sọ fún yín, ẹ lọ wo fídíò tí mo ṣe ní January this year. Mo sọ pé wọ́n máa pààyàn ní wọ́n tó bá ti di June yẹn, wọ́n á pààyàn gan. Ìsìn báyìí ìtàgbọ́nsìn ni pé wọ́n máa tún pààyàn títí August September. Wọ́n ti plan ẹ̀ sílẹ̀, ó ti jọ́ tí Tinubu bá ti gba tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì báyìí pé wọ́n fún tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì APC, wọ́n wá dáwọ́ pípààyàn dúró. Ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n ti try Tinubu títí wọ́n ti ṣàgùn sí fẹ́ assassinate ẹ̀ kò rán ni. Èyí Gàníyù Àdàmú tó máa ń gbọ́ pa òṣì kan kiri yẹn tó máa sọ pé gírígírí ó ń ṣe pé wọ́n ti pa wọ́n ní Gangan, kò sọ pé kó lọ lo agbára ẹ̀, ó lóun lépè kó lọ ṣépè fáwọn tó pààyàn ní Gangan náà. Wọ́n kàn fún yín ní bóbó ni, wọ́n ń deceive yín. Ṣé mọ̀ pé nípa Twitter tán ban yẹn, wọ́n ti ń sọ tipẹ́tipẹ́ pé a support regulation of social media ní last year tó sọ pé wọ́n fẹ́ regulate social media tí gbogbo yín pariwo yẹn. I did an address about that. Mo lè sọ pé tẹ́ bá wo social media, èmi gan ti fall victim of it rí. Mo ní pé Sahara reporters fake news ló máa ń gbé, but gbogbo yín ò mọ̀ nítorí pé ẹ máa ń lo emotion. Mo ní mo agree pẹ̀lú federal government, a lè sọ pé YYF náà agree pẹ̀lú federal government kó regulate social media because ẹ ń circulate fake news jù. Ẹnìkan á kàn déédéé jókòó sínú ilé ẹ̀ á lọ ṣe blog kan á dẹ̀ carry fake news. Sahara reporter ń fi fake news fún mi, èmi èdè ń dáríjì èèyàn tó bá ti ṣẹ̀mí torí èmi ò ń ṣe èèyàn. Ó ṣe fake news nípa mi 2015, ó ṣe fake news nípa mi 2017, ó tún ṣe fake news nípa mi 2019. Nǹkan tí mi ò ṣe á máa purọ́ mọ́ mi. So a sọ pé a support the federal government kó regulate social media, kó fi kọ́ọ̀bù fake news, kò sẹ́ńsẹ́ kẹ́ má gbé real news. Ẹ wo àwọn fídíò tán máa rí tán máa circulate, wọ́n lọ gbé fídíò ní Niger Republic, wọ́n lọ gbé fídíò wá ní Angola, wọ́n ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nigeria. Fake news ní gbogbo yẹn náà. So ẹ ní láti regulate rẹ̀ ni. A dẹ̀ realize pé Facebook àti Twitter wọ́n máa ń deplatform conservative voices. Anything táwa conservative bá kọ, wọ́n dédé já wọ́n ní hate speech ni. A lè gbà kí organization kan wà kó máa influence public opinion, kó máa sọ bí gbogbo wa ṣe fẹ́ ronú. Gbogbo wa ò lè jẹ́ liberal náà. Ẹ̀yẹ wà wọn tó jẹ́ pé bàbá wọn Yorùbá, ìyá wọn Igbo, wọ́n máa ń wà liberal ni. Wọ́n máa ń ní divided loyalty. Gbogbo àwọn tó máa ń ní divided loyalty yẹn, ilẹ̀ Yorùbá náà máa ń ṣèbàjẹ́ fún. lè rí àwọn Igbo governors wọn kàn fi half Yorùbá half Igbo jẹ governor. Àwa dẹ̀ ní half Yorùbá half Igbo as governor nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. A tún ní half Yorùbá half Ìjọ as governor. Ṣé ẹ ti dé ilẹ̀ Ìjọ rí pé wọ́n fi half Yorùbá half Ìjọ jẹ governor ni? So àwọn people yìí máa ń ní divided loyalty. So àwọn ló ń ṣe fake news. Nígbà yẹn gbogbo yín sọ̀sọ̀kúsọ, à ń sọ pé à ń ní pé kí èèyàn má gbé news, gbé real news. O lè jókòó sábẹ́ ilé ẹ̀ kó máa gbé fake news. Ẹ̀yin náà ẹ wò náà, ẹ dẹ̀ ń follow Nnamdi Kanu, ẹni tó sọ pé Buhari ti kú. Tí Buhari bá kú, ta ló máa jẹ́ the greatest beneficiary? Tinubu ló máa jẹ́ the greatest beneficiary, because Ọ̀ṣínbàjò máa di president. Ọ̀ṣínbàjò máa lè lo, a lè manipulate APC convention kó gbé ìjọba fún Tinubu kí Tinubu gba ticket. Àwọn Igbo dẹ̀ ń pariwo fún yín pé Buhari ti kú, pé fake Buhari ló wà ńbẹ̀. Ẹ dẹ̀ sọ pé ká má regulate social media. A ń láti regulate ẹni because fake news ti pọ̀ jù. Gbogbo yín dẹ̀ ẹni tó lè dìde tó lè sọ pé Buhari ti kú. Ṣé Buhari tó wà ńbẹ̀ yìí ṣé ó ti kú ni? Nnamdi Kanu tó lè sọ pé Buhari ti kú. Gbogbo yín dẹ̀ yín believe nǹkan tó ń sọ. That means pé wèrè ló pọ̀ jù nínú yín. Ẹ dẹ̀ sọ pé ká má regulate social media. Ẹ wo nǹkan tí àwọn MI6 àti Igbo ló plan EndSARS, wọ́n ní Tinubu ló ń pààyàn. Fake news ní now. Every time tá bá post sórí Facebook, sórí Twitter, wọ́n lè delete ẹ̀, wọ́n tún ban wa. No, kò sí ẹni tí, kò sí company tó gbọ́dọ̀ nírú agbára yẹn. Kò sí company tó gbọ́dọ̀ nírú agbára yẹn. Anything tá bá sọ, a máa ń sọ okay nsìn ní èní, wọ́n ṣe lórí YouTube wa, wọ́n rí a post nǹkan, the crimes of the Igbo in Yoruba land. Wọ́n ní speech ní gbogbo atrocity tí Igbo ń ṣe, armed robbery, kidnapping, vandalism, prostitution, organized crime, fake drug, gbogbo nǹkan tó jẹ́ pé truth ni tí Igbo ń ṣe akọ, wọ́n ní hate speech ni. It is not hate speech. Àwọn èèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀ pé nǹkan tí Igbo ń ṣe rèé, nǹkan tí Yorùbá ń ṣe ni. So a lè máa fúnrú àwọn yẹn lágbára kán máa grow in leaves and ban, ká má ban wọn. Unfortunately, a máa wà disappointed tí federal government bá reopen Twitter. So let me use this opportunity to say to federal government, what you have done in respect of banning Twitter is actually good. Twitter and Facebook are deplatforming conservative voices, and they are encouraging fake news. They are the people, they are the platform that are responsible for the spreading of fake news across Nigeria. Aside that, they don't want people with conservative opinions to be heard. So we support the banning of Twitter. Twitter has deactivated 2 of my accounts on the instruction of the stupid police in England on one occasion, and on another occasion on the report of the Igbo. And what we do, and what I do as an individual and as the president of WOW is always to speak the truth. Anything that we say can be verified. Facebook is the most socially irresponsible platform that the government of Nigeria should consider banning Facebook. But I think you are working with the owner of Facebook, the federal government of Nigeria, so you might not be so keen. And maybe Facebook is helping you as well in one way or the other. But it will be unreasonable to lift the ban on Twitter. At least it should be for the duration of the year. You know why? I'll tell you this. It's not as if I support the government of Buhari. I don't like it. I associate with Yoruba-APC. I do not associate with the Fulani APC. But the reality is this. There is palpable tension in Nigeria. There is a deliberate attempt of the Igbo to bring anarchy to that country. This is what makes them happy. Twitter is one of the platforms they use to spread fake news. So it is honorable for Twitter to be banned until the end of the year so that people can regain their senses. And when it is allowed again, that we can use it for justifiable reason to spread verifiable news. But if you now say because of the involvement of the US, EU, and the irresponsible UK, because UK government is responsible for the majority of the problem that we're having in Nigeria. If you now say because of the pressure from them, you allow Twitter to be unbanned, then how do I put this? The tension already growing will allow the people to continue to use it the same way they've been using it. Twitter have been deplatforming conservative voices. They need to pay. They need to pay. They shut us down a number of times. So this is the time for them to pay. And the most socially irresponsible is Facebook. So you should let it roll so that we can, and again, it will encourage young people to look for alternative platform that can compete with Twitter. So the longer Twitter is banned in Nigeria, the better for the country. Better for the country in the sense that the spread of fake news by the Igbo people will reduce considerably. And then the Yoruba youth can look inward to bring alternative platform to Twitter. It will be a disaster if the federal government unban Twitter by this month or next month. Let the ban roll till the end of the year, because Twitter is socially irresponsible. And it is not 40 million Nigerians that are using Twitter. The people using Twitter is less than 2 million in Nigeria. So I think that's habit on this Twitter thing. I don't like them. Yeah, that is what that is what Mr. Yomi, you have said a lot of things, but I don't want to. Okay, power. You said Yaya Bello for president. It's okay. Now, Mr. King, it's not about telling you the people who first started the kidnapping business. Everybody knows that it is Igbo. Yeah, rough and rugged. You said that we have not been able to verify that, and I want people to help us to do whether Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, whether she is one of the director of Twitter, and then we do believe that Igbo have insiders with Facebook because they are always deleting conservative voices. I have heard about Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala from an Awusa guy, but I have no confirmation as regard whether she is one of the director of Twitter. But we will impress it on the federal government of Nigeria to allow Twitter to be for the end throughout the remainder of the year. This is about 6 months. If we can ban them for 6 months, believe you me, it will calm down nerves. It will make young people that are always eager to spread fake news via Twitter to just forget about that platform for a while. And then by the time they come back, before they can reset their minds to it will take some time. I know that American government will lobby you. I know that Twitter will make promises. But look, if you think about the collective good of your whole nation, this ban will actually allow some smart young Yoruba people, because they are very smart Yoruba guys, to come up with another platform that can compete with Twitter. And then Twitter should be made to pay tax in Yoruba in Nigeria, because they are collecting advert fee from a number of individuals and companies in Nigeria. And unfortunately, these companies and individuals are based in Yoruba land. These are money that should go to Yoruba region. But we are going to get there. So if the federal government is smart, and I doubt if you are smart, you should allow the ban to roll throughout this year. But if you just want to be hot and cold, nations don't behave like that. You ban them, allow this to roll, forget about Twitter for the time being. It will calm down the nerves of the young people that are spreading fake news. Now, I'm not going to talk about that. So, guys, thank you very much. I don't want to. Let me see. Let me see the Igbo on our Facebook page. Our Facebook page. Let's see some of them. Let's see some of them if you. Okay, somebody is calling this guy Mayedaru, not Mayego. Okay. You know, this is some of the things that they said. You know, the Yoruba Libra, they're deliberately killing Yoruba and they want Tinubu to speak about it. He's not going to speak about it. He's not going to speak. You are the one. He knows. You are the one. You don't like him. You are Libra. We conservative love him. You continue to kill people in Yoruba and you're going to pay for the consequences of your action. So they kill people. They cause anarchy. They bring about instability. They want Tinubu to speak. No, Tinubu will not dance to your tune. Mr. Tunde Ola B1, no. Majority of you, when I look at, what? You're most likely going to be Libra. You want Tinubu to talk, idiots. Why is it your PDP leaders are not talking? Are you not PDP Yoruba killing people in Yoruba land? Another thing the Libra will say, they said that we don't like PDP, we don't like APC. Which one do you like? You want to bring about Oduduwa Republic, you don't want to play politics. Self-determination without politics is pure noise making. Yeah, Igbo are the one killing us in Yoruba and that everyone has said. So, guys, thank you for your time. Now, another thing, okay, you said something. You know, one thing that baffles me about young Yoruba is a great concern. Anything that is from England, we embrace it. And English are our major problem. English don't like the Yoruba people. That is, I don't know why you don't get it. English are the people backing Fulani. BBC News Yoruba. They are not speaking English there. One saw English nibe. Yoruba Edewa ni BBC News Yoruba and so. And the man circulate. Ibe lawon leaders what he launch interview. BBC News Yoruba. BBC belongs to the English. They don't like us. They are the people that have been killing our leaders. They are the people using Fulani to suppress and subjugate the Yoruba nation. John Major, he agreed in principle to the killings of MKO Abiola. He's from England. He was their prime minister. Why is it that we are always embracing anything English? That is a sign of slavery. Now we'll be fighting and killing ourselves over English Premier League. Even Scottish that are part of the United Kingdom, they don't even follow English Premier League. They follow Scottish Premier League. Even the Welsh, they don't follow the English Premier League. They are proud of their own Welsh Premier League, including the Irish. How come that Yoruba, you always embrace people who hate you, people who want your destruction? Igbo are the people who have been voting for Fulani since 1999, yet you allow Igbo to come and live in Yoruba land. Igbo have never voted for you. Igbo killed Awolowo's son. Igbo caused Awolowo to be in prison. Igbo caused the annulment of Abiola election, yet you allow Igbo throughout Yoruba land. You embrace them. The English are the ones supporting Fulani to destroy you. You are embracing BBC News Yoruba. You follow English Premier League. Stupid people. There is Alaroye there. Alaroye no Yoruba ló sọ now. Tí ẹ bá ti ẹ gbóyìnbó, àwọn agbóhùn fẹ́ máa sọ òyìnbó now. Ṣé mo lè tàbọn ní Yorùbá ni? Ṣé possible tí máa sọ òyìnbó mo lè tàbọn? Ṣé èèyàn lè tàbọn ní Yorùbá? Ṣé bédè ìlú wa ni? Pé tí ó yẹ pé news àwọn English là ń gbọ́. BBC News Yoruba. Aláàláìkẹ́. wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ fún Fúlàní ni English ni wọ́n báyé Yorùbá ṣe máa bàjẹ́ náà wá but gbogbo interview yín BBC News Yorùbá ni àwọn leader sí BBC News Yorùbá náà máa lọ ṣe èdè Yorùbá dẹ̀ náà ń sọ kí ló tẹ̀lé lọ máa promote Aláròyé ṣebí Yorùbá náà l'Aláròyé ń sọ a máa shut down BBC News Yorùbá ẹni tí ò bá like yín ní right láti máa like ẹ kò sẹ́ni bọ́dì ní ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ máa bú òyìnbó ẹ máa sọ pé òyìnbó ò superior yín kò sẹ́ni bọ́dì tó ń fọ́ wọ́n ti bà gbogbo football league wa jẹ́ a sọ pé ká padà sí regional government ṣé mo pé tá bá padà sí regional government Yorùbá máa ní football league ẹ̀ kò ní jẹ́ Nigerian football league a jẹ́ Yorùbá Premier League ṣé pé gbogbo àwọn club tó bá wà register nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ló máa participate nínú ẹ̀ nǹkan tó máa fi jẹ́ kí football wá dùn nìyẹn gbogbo yín tẹ́ ẹ bá support Manchester United ẹ máa sáré tẹ̀lé Chelsea tẹ́ ẹ bá sáré tẹ̀lé Chelsea ẹ máa sáré tẹ̀lé Liverpool tẹ́ ẹ bá sáré tẹ̀lé Liverpool ẹ máa sáré tẹ̀lé Leicester but àwọn people yìí òyìnbó ni wọ́n ṣé ẹ̀yin náà ò ní football tiyín ni tẹ́ bá lọ sí South Africa wọ́n ní clean game non play football wọn wà fantastic àwọn ìlú wọn football wọn náà máa ń kúlé lórí but ẹ̀yin máa para yín lórí Manchester United lórí Man City lórí Chelsea ṣé wọ́n ṣépè fún Yorùbá ni ṣé bí Yorùbá ní ẹ̀dẹ̀ rí pé football àwọn English ó dá ó decent kí ló dé tó decent wọ́n show ẹ̀ lórí TV stadium wọn ó nice ó decent kí ló dé pé tó bá yẹ pé football club 10 la ní péré nínú ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kí gbogbo stadium wọn kó wà standard kẹ́dẹ̀ ra ticket kẹ́ máa fi ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́ kẹ́ máa lọ wò wọ́n ẹ máa fẹ́ kú torí Chelsea ẹ máa fẹ́ kú torí Liverpool ẹ dẹ̀ sọ pé òyìnbó superior yín àwọn people yìí lè kó yín lẹ́rú for the second time wọ́n ti kó yín lẹ́rú rí náà pẹ̀lú gbogbo oògùn tẹ́lẹ̀ ní ẹ máa lọ sí church máa lọ gbàdúrà fún Chelsea kí ló dé tá lè máa support team wa ICC lè mí support wọ́n pè ní 3SC lẹ́nìí nítorí pé mo ń gbé UK mo like Man City nílẹ̀ Yorùbá 3SC ni mo sọ nígbà tó ìjẹ́ ICC nígbà tó ti bàbá ẹlẹ́ran yìí máa ń lead the club làwọn parents mi máa ń gbé wa lọ Sádàmásìgbà tá máa lọ wò àti Liberty Stadium but kò sí gbogbo ẹ̀ mọ́ ń sìn anything tó òyìnbó bá ti ṣe lè máa embrace particularly òyìnbó láti England àwọn English ò like yín English kò like Yorùbá torí English mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin àtàwọn sàwáwù lẹ jẹ́ torí ẹni English máa ṣe ń support Fúlàní láti suppress yín but English tí ò like yín náà gbogbo nǹkan tó bá gbé wá fún yín lẹ máa ń gbé sórí so ìran Yorùbá ti jọjọ rẹ̀yìn àwa conservative a níṣẹ́ púpọ̀ láti ṣe and the best way tá fi lè ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn ni ká gbàjọba a máa circulate Yorùbá ní BBC News Yorùbá ń sọ ẹ̀dẹ̀ máa circulate ẹ̀ àwọn English ló ní wọ́n dẹ̀ make owó ẹ lọ ń ṣe advert fún wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ a ní kẹ́ yé gbọmọ́ kò dé sọ pé kẹ́ yé gbọmọ́ lásán a máa lọ tibẹ̀ yẹn pa lọ́jọ́ kan ká máa lọ fọ gbogbo glasses ọ́fíìsì wọn a máa ṣe kán kúrò ní sórí English mọ nǹkan kan ṣe o tí English bá ti rí i pé o ti bọ́ọ̀sì òun mọ́kànlá á give up ní fún ẹ o tí English bá ti rí i pé àwọn Yorùbá ò like English wàá rí wọn máa support yín wọn gbé BBC News Yorùbá wá gbogbo yín máa lọ support wọn ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa pariwo Chelsea ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa pariwo Manchester United ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa pariwo Man City ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa pariwo Leicester ẹ wo bọ́ọ̀lù ẹ fẹ́ para yín bọ́ọ̀lù àwọn òyìnbó ṣẹ́yìn náà ò ní bọ́ọ̀lù yín ni tẹ́ bá wo bọ́ọ̀lù àwọn òyìnbó yẹn ẹ gbà fọ́lọ́run pé àwọn people yìí wọ́n jù yín lọ ní gbogbo ọ̀nà ẹrú lẹ máa ṣe fún wọn títí ayérayé tẹ́ bá ti gbà pé ẹrú yín ni wọ́n ẹ máa wo bọ́ọ̀lù wọn lọ sórí gbogbo nǹkan ni kò yé yín sórí gbogbo òṣì tẹ́ ń ṣe tí gbogbo wa lọ ń wo bọ́ọ̀lù àwọn English yẹn tó bá yẹ pé a ní regional government ni ta ní regional government Yorùbá ò ní participate nínú Nigerian League mọ́ gbàgbé ẹ̀ á jẹ́ Yorùbá League nìkan ni wọ́n á dẹ̀ tó máa lọ register pẹ̀lú FIFA táwọn ọmọ wa máa níṣẹ́ lọ rẹpẹtẹ tó máa lè bá play football tó bá yẹ pé 20 football club la ní gbogbo wọn ló máa ní standard stadium. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá náà kọ́kọ́ ti perform international sport ní Africa. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ní Liberty Stadium. Ó wá di pé ní club tó dá mọ́, àwọn ọmọ wa ò lè máa wo football wa, ẹ máa tẹ̀lé òyìnbó kiri because ẹ ríra yín bí ẹrú náà níyín náà anyway, ká má wulẹ̀ pretend. Ẹrú ló máa ń ṣe nǹkan tẹ́ ń ṣe yẹn. Má tẹ̀lé Chelsea kiri, Chelsea wá jẹ́ club ọmọ Yorùbá. Mi ò tiẹ̀ mọ iye àwọn football club tó wà mọ́, mi ò rẹ́ni kankan tó lè help me. Àwọn football club wo ló wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá mọ́ sí gan. Yeah, we are going to talk about look, I have the draft. I'm going to talk about Pidgin English, TV station, newscasters, music industry. I'm going to talk about what you call OAP, online on air personalities. Yeah, we're working on that, but it's not very soon. We're going to talk about this Pidgin Teman Soyen. Àwa náà ń gbé ìlú òyìnbó, tó bá lọ sí France wàá sọ French ni, tó bá lọ sí Germany wàá sọ German ni, tó bá wá sí England tó bá fẹ́ gbàwé wàá ṣe exam pé o mọ English. Tí àwọn Igbo bá wá sílẹ̀ Yorùbá, Hausa, kí ló kàn wá pẹ̀lú Pidgin English? Tí wọ́n bá lè sọ Yorùbá, ayé wọn bàjẹ́ náà nìyẹn. Christian yóò fi wà proud of you. Ṣọlá ẹ mọ nǹkan tẹ́ fi wà proud. Majority gbogbo yín tẹ̀ ń pera yín Yorùbá yẹn, kì í ṣe Yorùbá. Tó bá yẹ pé ẹ jẹ́ Yorùbá ni, ní gbà pé kí ìran yín jọ àdúrẹ́yìn. Gbogbo àwọn tó jẹ́ political, ṣé Ṣèyí Mákindé ṣe Yorùbá ni, ṣé Akérédolú ṣe Yorùbá ni. Àwọn méjì ò kì í ṣe Yorùbá náà. Wọ́n ṣe Yorùbá. Àwa ń lọ sílùú òyìnbó, kò sí, tó bá lọ sí Poland wàá sọ èdè wọn Polish ni. Tó bá lọ sí Ukraine èdè wọn ló máa sọ. Tó bá lọ sí Lithuania èdè wọn ló máa sọ. Tó bá lọ sí Kazakhstan èdè wọn ló máa sọ. Kò sílùú tó dé èdè wọn ló máa sọ. Wọn ò ní sọ fún ẹ pé nítorí pé ò gbọ́ èdè wa jẹ́ ká máa sọ English sí ẹ. No, kí ló kàn wá pẹ̀lú Pidgin English? Hausa fẹ́ gbélé Yorùbá nítorí pé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá dáa ni, adẹ̀ lówó, but àwọn ló ń control owó yẹn. Igbo fẹ́ gbélé Yorùbá. Tó bá fẹ́ gbé, ó jẹ́ ká lo language wa ká fi colonize wọn. Ṣebí English fi colonize gbogbo wa ni. Ó jẹ́ ká lo language wa ká fi colonize àwọn Igbo àti Fulani. Wọ́n gbúdọ̀, as a matter of fact, wọ́n gbúdọ̀ sọ èdè Yorùbá. Kí ló kàn wá pẹ̀lú Pidgin? Yorùbá ti jájò rẹ̀yìn gan o. Tẹ́ bá wo àwọn television stations tó wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, tó bá wo àwọn newscasters yẹn, àwọn ọmọ Igbo ni newscaster. Ṣé wọ́n náà ní television wọn lẹ̀ Igbo? Kọ́ ló máa ṣe newscaster bí àwọn ọmọ tí wọ́n níṣẹ́ náà. Wọ́n máa pa àwọn kan ní on air personality tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ lórí rédíò, àwọn ọmọ Igbo ní nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Nígbà tẹ́yìn ò níṣẹ́ ṣe bí iṣẹ́ òṣì làwọn ṣe ń lo òyìnbó. Àwọn online on air personality, iṣẹ́ great job ni. Àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ló jẹ́ kó máa ṣe. Àwọn newscaster ní gbogbo news television tó wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ló jẹ́ kó máa ṣe newscaster ńbẹ̀. Kí lẹ̀ ń fún àwọn ọmọ Igbo fún? Kí lẹ̀ ń ṣe ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ Igbo fún? Iṣẹ́ ìdọ̀tí ló yẹ kí foreigners máa ṣe. Any little thing, everybody come sọ Pidgin ni. Now, where una for they come? I dey come tomorrow. I know they come there. Forget that one. I know they come. Nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, níta yẹn ti bàjẹ́. Ayé yín kàn bàjẹ́ àti ilé lóko àtọ̀nà. Ayé yín bàjẹ́. Ẹ máa dé lóyìnbó, ẹ máa ṣe kábù. Ẹ ọmọ Yorùbá, ẹ máa dé lóyìnbó, ẹ máa ṣe kẹwọ̀. Ẹ máa dé lóyìnbó, ẹ máa fọgọ́tà. Gbogbo iṣẹ́ tó dálẹ̀ Yorùbá náà wọ́n tún gbà mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́. Wọ́n tún gbé èdè yín mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́. Ẹ̀yin wèrè. Ẹ torí yín ò pé. So gbogbo nǹkan tí Tinubu bọ̀ wá ń tún ṣe nìyẹn, wọ́n fẹ́ kó ṣe because it is not right. Yorùbá là ń sọ. Àwọn Igbo tó bá ń gbélé Yorùbá, ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ sọ Yorùbá yẹn. A fi kó yín lẹ́rú ni because ẹ̀yin lẹ fẹ́ wá sí space wa. Hausa tó bá wá sílẹ̀ Yorùbá, ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ sọ Yorùbá yẹn. Kí ló ń jẹ́ Pidgin? Kí ló ń jẹ́ Pidgin? Ayé yín ti bàjẹ́ gan Yorùbá, yín tán ti kó lẹ́rú gan, tán kó lẹ́rú. Problem tó wà nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ni half Yorùbá ló ń ba ìlú yẹn jẹ́. Lóde àwọn àdè máa sọ Pidgin, àwọn máa sọ Pidgin gbogbo ẹ̀, gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ti ní náà ti gbà mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́, ẹ̀yin ọ̀dẹ̀. Stupid people. So please let me just So is that what you're saying? Look. Kola. So look, let me just. Now you said, Ayodeji, you're saying that Obasanjo is the real problem. Obasanjo is always a problem. When it's often Yoruba nation, in Kotoba I get support America, Obasanjo. And people in America down, but in Kotoman Shell ni pe, won got to wa fun se. Ba se ji gbogbo eyan sin. Everybody key into that. Everybody key into that. But this is more time for why to do more than what we have done in the past. Focus in 2023, but 2022 yeah, my bloody gone. Oh my bloody, I can assure you. Mo ti ṣe video kan ní 2017 pé wọ́n ní gbéjọba fún Tinubu. Mo wo padà lẹ́ni. Buhari ò ní fẹ́ gbéjọba fún. So 2022 ó máa wà more bloodier than 2021. Nǹkan tó ń fẹ́ ṣe ni pé wọ́n fẹ́ kí Tinubu give up. Kó sọ pé òun ò ṣe mọ́. Tí Tinubu wá sọ pé òun ò ní contest. Gbogbo àwọn tó ń agitate fún Odùduwà Republic wọ́n máa stop ni. Gbogbo killings yẹn máa stop ni. Kò dẹ̀ sí bí ìtàjẹ̀sílẹ̀ ò ṣe ní wá náà kí Tinubu tó di president. Thank you very much, guys. Bye.